Cool. What's up, guys? Welcome to the pre-show for the Game Over Greggy show. I'm Tim Gettys. We got Nick Scarpino over here.
Salt and pepper
Greg
here.
Miller joining us soon. Salt and pepper.
Salt and
Not
pepper here.
joining us.
No.
No.
When are we gonna get salt and pepper?
Both of them?
I mean, I feel like they only travel together. If we had if you and I had a cool moniker like Salt and Pepper,
Yeah.
I would refuse to not be around you at all times.
Yeah, I get that.
Gia would have to. I would have to
deal
be
with
in the
it
room all the time.
All the time.
I would
Yeah.
have to see it all.
I knew it was going to go there. So
I would have to
quickly.
see it all.
And
Cool, Greg. I would have to see.
I was not disappointed.
It all.
Kev, can you give me some of them?
I'm gonna we're recording.
Okay.
OBS keeps like losing full connection.
Okay, so stream, we'll be back in a second. It's going to be good.
But doink doink.
Kerry Gooden says my first kind of funny content this week. Works a bit.
Fuck have you been, man?
We got Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Logic albums all dropping this week.
Is the Carter 5 actually happening?
He finally announced it.
Shut the fuck up.
Who sound the most?
Wait, Kanye's dropping a new one too, you said?
That's what they're saying.
Jesus,
All the same
man.
week.
What a world. What a year it's been, 2018.
You think
Who
Kanye's
the
winning
fuck-
those numbers?
The numbers game?
Out of all those.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Yeah.
there's a chance just because it's that.
Kanye wins.
So wait,
Numbers.
Lil Wayne, Jay-Z?
No.
No.
Lil
Kanye.
Wayne's dropping an album, Kanye's dropping an album, and Logic's dropping an album.
What's the Carter? Oh, the Carter is Lil Wayne.
So the Carter,
The Carter 5 is Lil Wayne.
the Carter is a series of albums
Right.
that Lil Wayne's been putting out. The first one was The Carter.
Right.
His last name's Carter.
Right.
And then
Lil Wayne
he
Carter.
released The Carter 2.
His
And then
last name's Carter as well.
Carter 2 was kind of what put him on the map.
Which one's the one with the kid with the teardrop tattoos on the cover? Is that one of his? Doesn't he have like a smaller version of himself, but like with the same tattoos?
Yeah, Wayne does that.
Oh,
Nas does
that was the Carter 3.
That was Carter 3. Okay.
That was the Carter 3. Yeah.
Which
Carter,
one was it? Amelia?
Carter 3.
That was the shit.
Yes.
yeah.
So Carter 2 was kind of like what put him on the map in terms of like the streets we're talking. And then Carter 3 was like when he went mainstream, like super mainstream with Lollipop
Fireman.
and
That was, Carter
yeah, Fireman was like that's in the
Hardest song
streets.
out.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the shit right there.
Please bring this up, Kevin.
That was the shit.
The Carter 3. But then there was the Carter 4, and it was kind of a letdown. It was trying to recapture the magic of Carter 3. And in my opinion, it wasn't bad, but it just kind of wasn't anything.
Did he
Then
do
made
Turn
the
Down for What?
No, that was Little John.
Oh, Lil Jon. Okay.
But he did the Carter 5.
Yeah.
And Cool Grade just educated me on this because I've been out of the Lil Wayne game for quite some time. He did the Carter 5, but there was some bullshit label politics going on, and he didn't own the rights to the music anymore. He had a falling out with Birdman.
Never fuck with Birdman.
Never fuck with Birdman. And they used to fuck, well, they did kiss. God, there's a lot going on. So, whatever.
Birdman and Lil Wayne kissed?
He didn't own the rights to his music. So the Carter 5 never came out. So the Carter 5 was recorded and finished about 8 years ago, but never came out.
Oh,
He
wow.
now owns the rights to his music. So it's now coming
So now
out.
he's putting it out. It'll be interesting to hear that sound.
It's going to be cool. I'm
Yeah.
very excited for that. That's the one I'm most excited for out of those albums.
Logic has Wu-Tang on his shit.
Logic does have all of Wu-Tang Clan on a song called Wu-Tang Forever.
Wow.
Very excited for that.
Is that, have you
Logic
heard
gotta
this
be
song
so
yet?
cool.
Huh?
Have you heard any of these
Nope.
tracks yet? Wow.
They're not out yet. Next week.
Damn. Okay. This is going to be a good week for hip hop next week.
He does, and he has a song with Jaden Smith called Iconic.
Wait, who
All
has
caps.
Logic.
that? Logic has that? I'll
Logic
tell you
with
right
Jaden
here.
Smith.
We talked about it. Jaden Smith. He's got it. He's got it, dude.
He does.
He's
People
got
hate
it.
but he's got it. That is
You can
true.
hate him, but you're going to be hating him to the top. Right there.
Mike says the Carter 6 is the Carter 3 in Japan. That is an amazing joke.
That's
I appreciate you.
hilarious.
Cool, Greg. It's because in Japan, their Final Fantasy 6, when it got brought here, was called Final Fantasy 3. Yeah.
Sup, pimps? This is Kendall Eaton Boehm. Sup?
Inés Rojas says, where's Kevin? He's on the boards. The ones and twos.
He's
All right,
rocking.
I'm right here.
Stephen Austin says, hi. Oh, hello. Throw 7. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Good seeing you here.
Get back in the fray.
Mike says, is the stream borked for anyone else? Please let us know. There's been some internet
I'm trying to get it
issues.
work stably. I'm trying to make it stable.
Stabilizing.
It looks
Stabilizing.
Right
Stabilizing.
Now, I lowered it a lot because we're still uploading games daily. And if I cut it now, it's going to be another 2 hours till it goes up. And I don't like that idea one bit.
Lexi Gunner says Big Willie Smith turned 50 today. My God, that's crazy. Did you hear what he did for his 50th birthday?
I hope he made fun of Jaden.
I think I told you what he did. It's pretty fucking insane. he partnered with some group that's like some charity thing for him to go bungee jumping.
Oh, right.
But he's not just bungee jumping. He's bungee jumping out of a helicopter. But he's not just bungee jumping out of a helicopter. He's bungee jumping out of a helicopter over the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I understand the physics behind it and that he won't bounce up high enough to get himself.
But there's a good
liquefied.
chance he might get.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no chance because you can't bounce higher than what you started at, right?
I don't know.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not a-
I think
I
that's,
think that's
if
a
that were the
ball
case, you'd
bouncing
hit
on the
yourself
ground.
on the bridge, right? Isn't that the whole point of bungee jumping? You go to a bridge and you don't bounce that. Like, you go down, but you can't get all the way back up, right?
Yeah, I think that he won't. There's not. That
I mean,
much
he's a tiny dude.
I don't
unless-
think he
I
is.
don't know why I
think
did
he's
The helicopter
big.
decides to spin in a circle real quick.
Do a barrel roll.
Just do a barrel roll and cut
fucking
the thing. Here's what I want to say. Why is he such a coward? If he really wanted to do it up, like when I turn 50, here's what I'm going to say. I'm bungee jumping out of a helicopter into the Grand Canyon, and I'm going to time it perfectly so that as I go down, I'll take one of Angie's like Dorito chips, put it in my mouth, and bounce back up.
So hold on.
Who's Angie?
Andy's going to be holding it up like this, and I'm going to go into his bag. Grab
Wait,
it.
no, I
so
understand, but-
are we surprising Andy with the bungee jump
Yeah,
steal?
you guys somehow have to figure out how to
Got
get
it.
Andy into the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Preferably
that's easy
above
pushing.
water, just in case I fall.
Now, there's
no
an
water in the
important
Grand
thing
Canyon.
that I
It's a
need
giant hole.
to bring
It's
up
no river.
here to people because this is one of the most classic Nickisms I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You called Will Smith a coward
Yeah.
for doing what he's doing, and all you added to it
Say Andy.
was taking a chip from Andy.
Yeah, would be cool though, right? Imagine that video of him going all the way down, and then as he gets to the bottom, boom, chip from Andy, and Andy has no idea it's happening the whole time.
I just feel like as you were telling that story, you forgot what you were talking about, and then you're like, "What would be funny if I did?" And
Yeah, that's how that went. That's,
That's
how
how that
most
went.
of the beauty and comedy happens in the Scarpino household.
Enigmatic says the crew's back. Hell yeah. Bow, 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 bow.
Terry Jeff says, Nick, are you excited for Damon Lindelof's Watchmen HBO series? Did you watch The Leftovers? No, I like Damon Lindelof. I respect the guy. I couldn't get into The Leftovers, and
I didn't like it. I did
we'll
not
see what
like
it does
it.
with Watchmen. I got to be honest though, I feel like the movie kind of did it,
They did it.
and I don't know that we need more Watchmen
I feel
because
like
it was
the
pretty
movie,
faithful.
But is
movie-
this going to tie in to
Yeah, this is
the
a prequel,
ongoing
right?
series Doomsday Clock? You know what I mean? And tie in the DC universe. Maybe this
know.
HBO series retcons the DCEU with Watchmen stuff.
Cool. Is it a prequel, Kev?
I thought I heard it was a prequel, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I don't know. I don't fucking like. I'm so tired of prequels. I can't get my head wrapped around it. I think we've been burned by the Star Wars prequels with Solo. Like I just don't think there's as much there as we want there to be, because we sort of know how everything ends. That's part of the problem with Fantastic Beasts is you're watching it like this is cool, but I do kind of know how this ends. Like you already know the Grindelwald story, how it ends, and we've already seen sort of like the evolution of what the next bad guy is. That's because you haven't read Harry Potter. You're not
I
a
watched
Harry
the
Potter
movies.
scholar like
watched the
Cool
movies.
Greg over here is. Cool Greg, if I
Enthusiast.
Pulled up.
Enthusiast.
a Harry Potter quiz, how many do you think you get right? 100%?
I mean, if you gave me like a week, and not a week worth of studying, just to get my mind right, I think I'd do good. But like in my condition I'm normally in, my memory ain't really there right now.
Okay.
I would for
Okay.
sure get 100%.
If it was
You would for
multiple
sure
choice,
get
then,
100%.
if we brought up a Harry Potter
Hold
multiple
on,
choice
I want to
quiz,
fucking take. We're taking Kevin to town right now.
I'm fucking excited.
Hell yeah.
are we
let's
doing a
go.
quiz?
We are.
fucking
Should we
doing the
should
Harry
we
Potter Kevin quiz.
should we pause the quiz and do that on the post show?
Well, how long have we been pre-showing?
At least 2 minutes.
No,
if
let's do
not
the
3.
quiz.
You want to do the quiz now?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Then we can talk about it in the real show.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, that's why.
Tantalize
See, I
the
like
people.
that. That's a better idea. Now let me ask you a question before we start this quiz.
Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah,
Does
fight
Kevin
him.
get phone a friend?
Oh, do.
So if Kevin doesn't know,
That's those you remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Are we doing the rules of what was that stupid show?
Who
that
Wants to Be a
we remember? Who
Millionaire?
Wants to Be a Millionaire? Can we?
The problem
Is there one where he gets to eliminate 2?
here's the problem is that we can't eliminate 2 because we're just using a Pottermore quiz.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't phone eliminate the 2 wrong
here's
answers.
no,
the
but
thing.
you can
he
just
said
give him-
100%. He didn't say phone a friend. He said
Okay.
100%.
All right, let's do this. Come on,
Because I
guys.
wanted to
Go
be.
in,
I was hoping
Greg.
that
You
me or
ready,
Cool
you
Greg would be
cowardly
his friend.
bitch, Kevin?
I'm so scared, but I'm ready.
When is Harry Potter's birthday? 31st of July, 1981. 30th of July, 1980. 31st of July, 1980. 30th of July, 1981.
Fuck, it's a lot harder than
Yeah.
that. I never thought about the years. Let's see. He went to school in 99, right? Is that,
Do you know his birthday?
It's a famous
July
day,
31st,
but I don't.
right? It's July 31st. I
Okay,
don't know the year.
that's-
1980 or 1981? I need a final answer.
1980 or 1981? 81.
So July 31st, 1981 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Chat, don't fucking help him.
Ding, 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 ding. Incorrect. You have failed the quiz.
There we go. It's over.
Oh, okay.
When's
Well,
his
let's
birthday?
keep going. That was anticlimactic.
Next question.
Yeah.
What is Harry's middle name? Albus, Peter, James, or Sirius?
James.
I'm gonna go with James also.
Oh, am I playing? Too?
I don't know.
Oh, no,
I
no,
thought
no,
only
no,
Kevin
no.
was, but now
Tim's
Nick's in
never-
here.
No, I like
it's
I like
not Albus.
middle
Albus
names.
James is correct.
Yeah.
Which Muggle school was Harry supposed to attend before getting his Hogwarts letter? St. Brutus's, Smeltings, Cokeworth High, Stonewall High.
I think it's Stonewall.
I have no idea.
I was thinking first.
Brutus's,
Smelting?
St. Brutus's.
He's gonna go with Brutus's.
And you're going Stonewall, Kev?
Yeah.
Stonewall is correct.
Because it was a bad school that he didn't want to go to.
In which book does Harry find the name for his pet owl, Hedwig? The Dark Forces, A Guide to Self-Protection, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, A History of Magic, Hogwarts, A History.
I
I'm
think
gonna go
it's Hogwarts,
Fantastic
I think.
Beasts.
I mean,
I thought it was Hogwarts, a history.
You're saying Hogwarts, A History? That is incorrect.
Fuck!
The correct answer, A History of Magic.
Damn it!
Wow.
How many birthday cakes
Like the
did
opposite
Harry
of 100%.
receive when he turned 14? 3, 2, 5, 4.
One more time, what was the first part of that question?
How many birthday cakes did Harry receive when he turned 14? 3, 2, 5, or 4?
That got Tim. That got Tim, everyone. I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
I was also going to go 3.
Incorrect. Damn. 4. He received 4 birthday cakes when
what
he turned
was
14.
the first part of that question?
I just spaced
How
out.
many
was
blank?
the question?
Oh,
Once the
shit.
space gets hella cakes, right?
All right, you ready?
All right, go ahead.
Select all that apply. Which of the following potions are believed to have been invented by the Potter family? Skelegro, Felix Felicius, Polyjuice Potion, Sleek Easy's Hair Potion, Pepper Up Potion.
Skelegro for sure.
Got it?
I think that's it. Nick?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
You
I have
are
no idea.
incorrect. Well, you're right, Skelegro,
Was
but then
the hair
also
one too?
Sleek Easy's and Pepper Up.
Oh.
The Potter family made those?
Apparently.
That's dumb. That's wrong.
That's a hard ass test. Holy shit.
Romilda Vane asks if Harry has which creature tattooed on his chest? A unicorn, a hippogriff, acromantula, thestral.
What were the first two options?
Unicorn, hippogriff.
I mean, I gotta say hippogriff.
Correct.
All right, cool.
According to Lockhart's card-carrying Cupid, Harry's eyes are as green as a freshly mowed lawn, an Irish spring morn, a fresh pickled toad, an emerald green cloak.
I'm gonna go with Emerald Green Cloak.
Okay?
Let's go with the Irish. What was this?
Irish Spring.
An Irish morn?
Irish morning. Yes, sir.
Incorrect. A fresh pickled toad was the right answer.
No, we're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Which grade is Harry awarded for his History of Magic OWL exam? E, P, A, or D?
I have no idea.
Which grade is Harry awarded for his History of Magic OWL exam? E, P, A, or D?
I'm just guessing on this one. I'm
Sure.
Just guessing.
Sure.
Let's say E.
I'll also go E.
Incorrect. He got a
B.
D.
God damn it.
So close.
Select all that apply. Which of the following injuries does Madame Pomfrey treat Harry for? Dragon bite, scroot, burns, stinging jinx, petrification, cracked skull, missing bones.
Missing bones for sure.
Kevin, do you concur?
Yeah, and then the first two too.
Dragon bite and scroot burns?
Yeah.
I don't think he got bitten, did he?
Did he get bitten?
What was the second to last one?
Did he get bitten by the little
Cracked
baby
skull.
dragon?
Dragon Bite, Scroot Burns, Stinging Jinx, Petrification, Cracked
Petrification
Skull,
for sure.
Missing
No,
Bones.
he wasn't petrification. He petrified.
Yeah, he wasn't petrified.
What's his name? Neville. That was hard, man.
Also,
I was
This
hoping
is
you'd
a
go.
bullshit
Yeah,
quiz.
this is-
Yeah, you got to go with like
Like,
an
I
easier
feel
one.
like-
Like,
I
what's the
thought
name
you
of
were doing
Harry's
some
friend?
basic
If
shit.
you took this quiz for Superman, I don't think that you'd do well.
Oh, gauntlet thrown down.
But if I got the quiz for Smash Bros, I don't think I'd do well. These questions are ridiculous.
So I forgot how it.
All right, so we're saying Dragon Bite, Scroot Burns, and Missing Bones?
Yeah, I watched the Super Carlin Bros, which is a channel that does a lot of like Disney fan like theories. And I forgot one of the things they do is Pottermore quizzes, and they are so ridiculously hard.
You were wrong here. The only thing you got right was Missing Bones. Cracked Skull and Missing Bones are the two things he was treated for by Madam whatever the fuck. Which book does Harry think about to distract himself from Aunt Marge's insults? Flying with the Cannons, Quidditch Through the Ages, Quidditch Teams of Britain and Ireland, Handbook of Do-It-Yourself Broom Care.
The third one.
Quidditch Teams of Britain and Ireland? Yeah? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Handbook of Do-It-Yourself Broom Care. That was question 11 of 25. I think we've proven
Yeah,
our point.
you're right. I did
Where
not get 100% with this
Was
shit.
Superman born? A. Detroit. B. Krypton. C. Zrif. D. Argon.
Which continuity are we talking about? Because if we're doing, of course, before they retconned it with Birthright, it was very
B.
much...
Krypton is correct.
Okay.
Who created the Superman character? Joe Simon and Jack Kirby? Stan Lee and Steve Ditko? Jerry Siegel and Joel Schuster? Jerry Siegel and Joel Schuster. Just different spelling.
And Siegel and Schuster.
There you go. Who is Superman's girlfriend
All right,
from his
can we
youth?
stop, please?
What can see? This is what we were looking for.
Yeah, I know.
100%,
Yeah, I hear
yeah.
you. Sorry, I got to nail y'all like that. You know what I mean?
Man, this is a
Fucking
hard
prove
one.
point.
You went with a.
Who is not a Superman villain? Prankster, Mixelplix, Cluemaster, Titano.
Cluemaster.
You know what's funny? I can't click on any of these. I just gotta
Just
take
my
your
word for it.
Oh, that was fun, guys.
No, it sucked.
I like
hated
quizzing
it.
people on things. I like taking quizzes.
That quiz was too hard.
We did the geography quiz. That was pretty hard too. No idea where Nevada is. Still don't know.
Yeah, you do. You know where Nevada is.
Don't know it. Don't care.
You have to know the neighboring states. There's not that many of them.
Is Texas one of them?
No.
Ty Root lives in Texas.
Cool, Greg. Can I get some more water?
Cool, Rick, I'll take your water. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
got my mason jar over here.
So now, did we buy a bunch of these for the office?
I just bought some. You can have
Because I
one
saw
if you want.
Kevin bitching online that he bought a bunch.
No, I just was like excited to buy one, and then I
Nah,
talked
he's
myself out of it.
He's a bitch.
I went to the old Trader Joe's the other day. Saw them. They put the Inception idea in my
Yeah.
head because they have the pumpkin spice. So now I'm
No,
saving-
they got pumpkin spice of those?
Yeah. Do you want to try it? I have
Yes,
one.
please buy me a bunch.
I have one on my desk if you want to try it.
Oh,
Can we go to World Market as
dear.
like
Oh.
a class field trip and get
I'll
some?
give you it right now. If you
I'm not
want
that
it.
hungry right now.
Okay.
You know
Well,
what
if
I
you want it
mean?
later.
Because I
just want to taste it.
Sure. Did you see I bought pumpkin spice yogurt covered pretzel store? They're in the cupboard.
I like how you were like yogurt. I was like, oh, that seems pretty healthy. Covered pretzels. Okay, well, that's the 1-2 punch there. Let's
Gotta
go
get
Are
there.
you kids ready to rock and roll, or what's up?
Well, let's just wait for the water at this point, Kev.
Wait for
you know
the
what I mean?
water.
Yeah, we call
Here's what I want to say on the pre-show. Andy is dead. I didn't know how to break
It's
it to you
true.
guys.
How
I
did he
thought
die,
it's-
Greg?
No, well, obviously hair care. You know what I mean? He was doing it too close. Courtney took a cigarette break, lit him up. Bomb. There you go. No, I don't like that we're in a place in our lives where I can't just tweet that I like something without saying this isn't an ad. I just put out a tweet before this about these Best Friends company, this little poochable thing they sell that they sent me. That it's a water thing
Poochable.
and food. Yeah, it's for Porty. It's a little traveling thing you can hang
Like
on
the
your
name.
belts and stuff. It's really good, really good, really great product too. But I put it out there, but I had to be like, hey, this isn't an ad. You know what I mean? Like this is like a
Yeah.
thing.
See, I just live my life. I give things shout outs all the goddamn time.
Well, that's because that's you.
Remember that one time you shout out yourself?
I did.
Fucking great.
What did I shout out recently? I don't even know.
Oh, sorry.
No, I liked it. I was fine. I was looking at the camera when it happened. Did you see my note in Slack, Kevin?
No.
I want to retake those photos. My hair is blown in the wind out there. It sucks.
Blowing
Let's
in
just
the
do it in here against this thing or against the wall or whatever.
All right, whatever.
Cool. You ever retake photos, Nick?
all the time.
Yeah.
I refuse to have a single photo taken of me.
I feel like
If someone goes, got it, I'm like, you didn't.
That was a plot.
You
twist
didn't.
Oh,
in
I
the
see what you're
movie,
saying.
A
I need you to-
simple Oh no.
We took several photos.
I just want 30. Like, if you're gonna take a photo of me, you better be clicking that fucking thing until I say, "Are we done?" Because one of those is me with my eyes looking the wrong way. One, they're shut. One, my face is super fat looking.
Let's talk about Sean Finnegan. This guy sucks.
What happened to him?
Nothing.
Oh,
I just know. I
was like, I'll talk shit about Sean.
Oh, of course we will. We all
love it.
I love
This
it.
is what the best part about Sean is you can talk shit about him for like a half hour and then say one good thing about him and he'll just focus on that.
Yeah.
God bless him.
That is true.
They're just like, hey man, yeah.
He's a reverse human.
He is. He's reverse human.
Reverse human. I guess
Yeah,
that is
he poops out of his mouth.
Jesus God, that's what we define humanity as.
And then when it's fun to watch him eat an RX
shits
bar.
out of their asshole.
A reverse human.
Shits out their mouth.
out of there. Hey, cool, Greg.
What are the other changes? There are none.
It's also party time. I'm gonna need a Diet Coke.
Jesus.
We could have just started, is all I'm saying. We could have been 5 minutes in right now.
I'm gonna run it.
You know what, Kev?
What's up, dude?
There's a reason you're over there. I'm over here. All right. That's what I'm saying.
And this is the end.
I don't know this song.
Oh, it's from Staying Alive. It's not a big deal. Not a song you probably would.
Sequel to Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
Is that
Hard to
true?
believe they made a sequel to it.
It's a good sequel.
Really?
It's actually one of those
Is Saturday
rare.
Night Fever good?
It's really depressing. It's actually a really serious movie. A lot of people just think about it as like, oh, it's the
dancing.
famous dance movie where he's that suit on the cool floor. But it's really just about a guy who is...
What's he? He's a dancer. He can't make it a job.
He's Tony Manero. He works at a paint store and he just likes to go out and dance and party. He's young and he just doesn't... He's kind of...
like Cool Guard.
Yeah. Thanks, but can I do a Diet Coke also? Love your body. Love your body.
What?
I don't know. But if I remember correctly, it's been years since I've seen it. But yeah, he's partying. There's drugs. There's all sorts of things, and it's just really about him like trying to find a direction in life, and then Staying Alive starts with him trying to become a professional dancer on Broadway,
Gotcha.
and it's him at an audition, and it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't his friend die in like the...
I feel like his friend burns to death, but I could be no.
Because of Barry
Falls off
Gordon.
the
Oh,
Golden
his
Gate
friend.
Bridge.
Yeah, his friend. That's right. His friend tries to commit suicide, and
Oh, was he? I thought he was just dancing up top. It's been a long
I think
time.
it gets dark. It's a sad fucking movie. It's very depressing.
What's the movie with Jamie Lee Curtis in the spandex?
In the spandex?
With her and Tom Cruise?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I
and
might
Tom-
be making that.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
don't think
Tom
Jamie Lee
Cruise.
Curtis was ever in a movie with
Talking
Tom
about all the
Cruise.
right moves? No, that's no. Yeah,
But they're in the
that's-
yoga class.
Oh, that's actually John Travolta, I think.
Sorry, John Travolta.
Yes.
That's why I was.
Nah,
thinking about that.
yeah.
Not Tom Cruise.
And I don't remember the name of that movie offhand.
You know what
but
I'm
I know
talking about, though,
exactly
right?
what you're talking about. Yeah, he plays like a audio recordist.
It's
or
kind of
something.
amazing.
What the fuck?
This scene is awesome.
Let me see
this
some of
the
it
scene?
because like the thumbnail is very provocative.
That's not
what
the
it
name of
is.
the
They're
movie,
They're
though.
in a yoga like class together or whatever, aerobics class. And
I'm not gonna show this.
Don't
But
show
they-
it because we don't want to get fucking.
But like, here's the
Mr.
thing. Yeah, we're
Bucketed
gonna talk
again.
about it, but people can just search for
What did you
Jamie
search?
Lee Curtis aerobics.
Yeah, Kev, is that what you look for?
Jamie Lee Curtis spandex.
Jamie Lee Curtis spandex.
But
Even
like,
better.
this is so it's cut.
This
but
is
like,
so sexual.
She's the teacher in the class, and then skip forward. John Travolta comes in, and they essentially like have sex, like looking at each other.
The movie's
and they both
perfect?
just start like.
What is that? What it's called?
see that?
Perfect. Kev, what's-
It's not showing. Give me a second. Nick.
I think it's just a montage of Jamie Lee Curtis in spandex.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just a montage of Jamie Lee Curtis.
I mean,
I'm fine
I'm
with
getting
this.
the
I am
point.
totally
I'm getting
fine
the
with that.
point that
Go
you're
forward a bit
saying.
more.
Yeah, it looks like it's called Perfect. There's
Is that
a
what
The
it's
movie is called Perfect.
you can watch it here. For
Got it.
$3.
Well, rent it. It's just $2.99. We just watch that.
It's not coming up.
I rented my first YouTube movies in London.
Did you?
Yeah.
Which ones were they?
Perfume, Story of a Murderer,
Oh, right, you
and then
didn't like
Shaun
that.
of the Dead.
Oh, Shaun of the
Wow,
Dead.
because you were there.
We wanted to watch movies in merry old England, and Jen picked one in France.
It is
by
called
mistake.
Perfect. Okay. That's what it's called.
Recommend watching the movie. Perfect.
The
How hot is it?
Very.
I guarantee it's not as hot as the beginning of Staying Alive.
How much nudity do we get in it, Tim?
None.
What? No,
Staying
thank
Alive.
you.
Kevin, you got to do this for me.
What?
We don't show up. I just want you to show them the first like 5 seconds at the beginning of Staying Alive. Just Google that on the YouTubes.
I can't wait to see if we can find the first 5 seconds. Of
No, I just
Staying
want to watch the
Alive.
opening scene. Just type in opening scene of Staying
Staying
Alive, but
Alive.
we'll probably get claimed for this.
Well,
so.
don't show it.
Just show it to the guys.
Yeah.
Just show it to you guys.
Yeah.
They can search along at home.
What Monchichi.
Let's do it. You know what we're gonna do right now. Every time.
Secret handshake.
Is it this or this one?
Probably
Staying Alive
the top
intro.
one. Yeah, it's that one.
Fiona Hughes.
Because Staying Alive was a song in Saturday Night Fever, but it's not this. That's a kid rollerblading.
And it's a fucking
It's an
ad.
ad. Just ignore it.
Skateboarding. Skip it, Kev.
I like that you can rent these.
Man, YouTube's got it all now, you know?
Crank it up a little bit.
Oh, we're gonna listen to it.
Oh, tell me this isn't the hottest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. Just John Travolta sweating. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for
This is
it.
actually amazing.
Fucking amazing, right? This is the end. Bam! Fuck you and your stupid faces.
How have we?
I recommend
We don't do
everyone.
enough
Look at the guy from
Eric
Red.
Foreman's dad, Red. Like,
He
right?
plays
Just,
yeah, he's like
John
right.
Travolta, 1983, Staying Alive intro.
Staying Alive intro. Yeah, you'll find it for sure.
It's gold.
Cynthia Rhodes.
Cynthia Rhodes was so awesome. You'll remember her, of course. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner. She played Baby in
No, she didn't.
Cynthia Rhodes. Oh, yeah. No, she did.
No, Jennifer, whatever the fuck her name.
No, that's Jeannie. That's Jennifer Grey played the main character. Baby, excuse me. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Don't fucking touch
Cynthia
me
Rhodes.
when you're lying to my face.
Cynthia Rhodes was the other girl, the blonde
Oh, who
that
got
he
pregnant?
danced with. I got pregnant. Yeah, she's in this as well. She plays one of the dancers, and she sang one of the songs on the album.
I'll tell you right now, January 5th, 2019, or whenever we do the fucking stream for Kind of Funny
A day that
you
will
know what I
live
mean?
in.
We set a fundraising goal that we'll do fucking theater mode or whatever the fuck. We'll copy, obviously, and we do a sync for Staying Live, and I want to watch this shit with you.
It's sexy.
Because right there, if you bring that energy to the next hour and a half of it, fuck you in your face. If you can bring that kind of heat, that entire fucking show,
That's the
we got a
best.
proven winner.
Guys,
This is the end. Pow.
What?
if we could have a show that's commentary track over our favorite movies, I would be 100% in for that. I just want to say that. It's a great.
You can support it, patreon.com.
On
If we
January,
hit this month's goal, there's only 5 days left.
and this month's goal is $500,000.
It's $500,000. Then Kevin will watch his favorite movies, and I will watch.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer / seducer, Nick Scarpino.
I know I just ate one of these, but I do want to try.
They're not sponsored anymore.
I know. That's why I didn't say their name.
If you don't
'Cause
understand,
if you want me to say the name
not
of this
an ad
rapper,
or why we were laughing when the show began, you should go on patreon.com/kindoffunny, watch the pre-show that we put on live for $1 or at the $10 level with the video.
Did Kevin insist that he'd be able to get 100% on a Harry Potter quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Greg
he get
find, like,
100%?
the hardest-
You'll have
Go to
find out.
patreon.com/kindoffunny to find out. Over here, Baby Blues, Tim Gettys.
Let Tim host.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
How are you?
Good.
We're back. The boys are back
Let's all
at
hold
this
hands.
table.
Boys are back in town. Let's get all the boys in here. Cool, Greg, come here. All right, or don't, it's fine.
He's coming.
Come
Don't-
here. Kevin, come here. Get over here. All the boys, Kevin.
Give me a second.
All the boys, Kevin.
Give me a
What
second.
could you possibly be doing at the controls right now?
I wanted to.
The plane is on
There it is.
autopilot. The camera shot is there.
haven't
There's
even used the
nothing
other
left to
cameras.
do.
I'm back
Oh,
here.
you
now.
want to be Zordon.
I'm back here. I'm Zordon.
Andy, Joey, come on in.
They're both dead.
Both dead. What a way to break the news to everybody. Kevin, I want to tell you, I was giving you shit there. This was a great idea.
Thank you.
You coming up as Zordon behind us was a great idea.
Thank you.
The boys are back. All right,
Jared
good.
called it out recently, and I rebuilt
You had it.
it.
You prepped it up
Yeah.
again. I feel like I'm
My
still blocking.
my
it here.
burnt my sunburn looks really dumb in this light.
Well, what it looks like, and Nick, you can follow me on this one, is what it looks like is it's a porno. What it looks like is it's like one of those low light cameras and you're in a porno.
It
Or
looks
you're in a
a
suntan booth. Or
See, I thought you were going with like it's a
Blacklight.
Mighty Morphin Power Ranger porno, and Kevin is Zordon watching the Power Rangers bang each other, and then there's just one shot of him like
flicking his pud or whatever.
Ew.
beating his
I
butt.
hate that.
What, don't you like beating puds?
Anything with PUD is just really bad. Dude, I want to give a shout out to just porn in general.
Yeah.
Here we go. now we're going,
I
ladies
love
and
how
gentlemen.
it goes in seasons, and there's always just like the
goes in
trend of the moment where
seasons.
it's just like all of a sudden there's a shit ton of the same videos.
I don't like it. I don't like because then it's like now you have to watch the incest porn.
Well, that's
and
the
it
thing.
makes you
Incest
feel like
was
a
the
bad
thing for
person.
like, I would say about a year now.
It's still a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah. No. It's like top of their game.
Yeah.
Well, when your brother's that hot.
Yeah, dude,
Here's
brother's
my
fucking.
question for you in pornography, Timothy Gettys. You say what the trend is at the moment. How do you treat your pornography intake? Do you just go to Pornhub.com, xvideos.com, and browse what's on the front page? Is that how you do it?
Well, I mean, that's where you start.
That's one way.
Yeah. Okay. You don't come in with the idea of what you want to see ahead of time.
Well, I mean, everyone has ideas, but then it's just like, it's kind of like Netflix. It's like you go in, you expect to watch one thing, but then next thing you know, you watch
Netflix for sure. I don't feel that way.
I like
about
to think of it more as a Wikipedia rabbit hole. You know, where you go for one thing and then you just got to let it go. Where is it going to go? Where am I going to end up? You might start with incest porn, and then you might like end up with something completely random.
This is a very graphic thing for this show.
Please,
we normally don't get this graphic.
You're right. This show so pure a nun could spit on it. Jesus Christ himself would come down, fucking boot her, Stone Cold Stunner. Vince McMahon comes out and goes, "It was me, Austin." Yeah.
You know it's gonna be good, by the way, when Greg already undoes his mic so he can lean back and relax. Now I want part of that. I want part of that action.
Get in that.
Do it. Get in there and do it.
The trend of the moment right now
in
porn, clothed titty fucking.
Oh, really?
Have you seen this?
I have not seen
So
this.
wait.
Sports bras,
lube,
dick.
Oh, that's a
wait,
smart
no, okay,
idea.
stop.
It's a real smart idea.
So, like, I vaguely understand what you're saying there, but you were talking and doing a lot of motions that an audio listener wouldn't. It would help me too. You're saying sports bra, then dick and lube underneath the sports bra between the titties.
The sports
but
bra
I don't
creates,
see
of
the
course,
titties as the
Because
viewer.
The fatal flaw, as the viewer, but the fatal flaw of titties.
Boobs. Yeah.
The fatal flaw of breasts. That's where you're taking this one.
I'm sorry. As the judge here, Tim is awarded the point on that one. We are talking about porn. Nobody types in breasts. It's not even.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. I was just using clinical terminology.
Yeah, but it's just like there's a lot of push together and there's too much motion necessary.
Oh, you're not getting, you're not getting enough pressure.
Here's the deal. The
so
issue
bra
you're going to have with the normal activity that you're talking about is that
Mermaid
somebody
style.
has to hold them. And inevitably, we're lazy. Guys are lazy. Inevitably, it falls to the woman to hold them together, and that's just not right. And that's not
too
fair.
much work.
It's 2018.
You have two main problems with it. That's one. And two, there's always an issue with there's a potential harm that can happen to the chin. That's few and far between, but it's still something that has to be taken into consideration, is all I'm saying. Because you can go a little too far, you get stabbed in the esophagus, in the throat, and you can't talk.
Tim, you know for a fact your mom is watching.
No one wants a
At
dick
all
to the
times.
throat.
You know?
Oh, it's going to puncture.
Yeah.
It's going to puncture the throat and be one of those, like, I smoke too many cigarettes.
You want to smoke cigarettes.
That's a different thing. That's it, isn't it? Remember that in fucking Beetlejuice?
Oh,
when
yeah.
she's like, blah, blah, and she
was
smokes
such a
through her
great
hole.
effect.
You're like, it's gross.
That was a good effect.
It's fucking gross.
I like that.
Nick, what is the word right now in the next Beetlejuice? Remember that was happening.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know.
I
can't
still
remember.
Happening.
I'm not saying it wasn't happening. I'm just saying I don't know where it is anymore. You know?
I think they were trying to get Keaton back for it, right?
Yeah, I
As
thought he was on. I
Beetlejuice.
thought he was signed up.
One day we're gonna get set photos, and we're just gonna be like, "Oh, this is really happening."
Yeah, I would like it. I'd be into it. Having said that, I'm also okay with there never being a Beetlejuice sequel.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that shit.
No,
it was perfect.
no.
It was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
So that's probably the most quintessential Tim Burton movie ever made, right there. I don't think he ever really hit that, and you're like, cool, I understand your style.
What about Edward
No,
Scissorhands?
that's fair.
Scissorhands is up there, yeah, but I feel like Scissorhands is a lot less accessible to mainstream people. Like Beetlejuice was a pretty straightforward movie. Scissorhands, you're like, all right, I buy that there's a guy that, okay, wait, Scissorhands, okay, what town are we in? Like, where are we at? Like, Beetlejuice felt a little more grounded in reality, and that made the kind of shenanigans of the ghosts a little bit better.
Sure.
Where,
Sure.
like,
Do you remember
really the
they-
only weird people in that are Winona Ryder's character, who's like the goth kid, and then the parents are just kind of normal dickheads, like yuppies.
Yeah, they're yuppies from
But
the
like with
city,
Edward
yeah.
Scissorhands, you're like, this is a weird town that's all painted in pastels, and like this guy has scissors for hands,
Well,
and
he was a robot too. He
yeah,
wasn't
they
even a
made him.
guy.
Yeah, but I
And,
love
like,
that movie.
But he gave up his robot qualities at some point, right?
No,
Didn't he have to eat? No.
no. I mean, he tries to eat and gets broken, right? Isn't that one of the things?
Oh, I vaguely. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then, but like right before the movie starts, or like right as the movie's starting, the creator made him human
Vincent Price.
hands. He made him human
Yeah,
hands.
and
Yeah,
then
and he cuts him.
dies.
He
grabs
dies.
them,
Sad.
he
And he
grabs
tries to pick
them.
him up.
Has to pick him up, and he cuts right through him. So fucking sad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm
Oh,
not
no,
saying
no,
you're
no.
gonna say better movie. Edward Scissorhands is probably a better movie, but Beetlejuice I watched a fucking 1,000 times when I was like,
Sure.
bum, 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 bum,
Oh yeah. Work your body on time.
Okay.
Okay, I believe.
And how
you.
what a perfect role for Michael Keaton.
So good.
For everybody,
So
everybody's perfect in there. Alec Baldwin,
damn
Gina
straight.
Davis,
Yeah.
the guy who was a pedophile. Great.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey
Yeah.
something or other.
Yeah, whatever. We've erased his names from our memory.
Don't need him.
Yeah.
Don't need that
Linus.
kind of behavior.
Yeah.
What's that?
cleansed.
Cleansed, yeah.
That's what happens.
No,
what do you
love
do?
him.
How do you come back from that as that guy?
I don't think you
not come back from.
think
Hey, I'm gonna get back into acting. How do you go? Like you're the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You're the guy. Like you can't even work at like Starbucks. Hey, wait, you're a pedophile too, right?
Yeah, that's got to be a hard 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
You know,
Unless
like,
you know Shane Black.
That's true, but that didn't really work out so well for him.
Blew up in that.
Yeah, unfortunate. Some would say that's what made the movie bad, cutting out that one scene. Others would say
that one quintessential thing where the fucking sex offender was chasing down Olivia Munn, being a sex offender.
it was the linchpin that was going to keep that movie together.
Did that movie not do well? I haven't looked into it. I've been in London, everyone.
Yeah, I don't think we have
Top of the pops.
That's the type of movie that you don't really hear about how it did.
Yeah, I don't.
But did
think
people not like it? Did people like it? Like
It's really kind of a mixed bag, but it's like it's not.
you didn't see
great.
it?
I saw it.
Oh, and you didn't like it?
I liked it. It's not good.
Okay.
It's definitely like.
Would you say either Predator or Predators are good movies? Predator 2, any of that? Or are they good?
Are
We
you talking
discussed
about?
all this last week.
We did, but I'll go into it again.
decided
I
that
apologize.
Predator, the first one, is an actually good movie.
Okay.
Have you seen
We
Predator?
did this on GOG. Well, I wasn't here last week.
No,
for
no.
GOG.
Oh, we did do it on GOG.
We went.
actually.
We
That's right.
Then we're
deep
done.
dived
We're
into
done. We don't
Predator.
need to do it. Let's get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
No,
Let's not even bother. I'll hit the
last thing
eject
on that
button.
though, I will say you should watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger 1987 Predator. That's a great movie. Maybe it was 89. Might have been 89.
All right, motherfucker. Like, I'm 35 years old. You think I didn't watch Predator?
Well, I didn't know. Okay, so you have seen
Jesse, the body Ventura is in a fucking movie. You think I haven't seen
He's
it?
just Governor Ventura now, and he's living in Mexico.
He's not even governor anymore. Is that a title you don't lose? Is it like Mr. President?
Yeah, I think you call him governor always, right?
Fuck, dude, really?
Schwarzenegger is also governor.
They call him the gubernator.
was governor.
Gubernatorial.
Yeah, but based on what we're just saying,
I don't actually know if they
I
call you
don't know if
governor.
that's an actual rule. Guys, just a heads up. We don't normally do this too. The internet is just
Whatever you gotta do, don't worry about it. Keep recording the show and we'll do our thing.
barely going through.
If you
last
didn't know-
night I saw a group of raccoons.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, and you put up this tweet about a ruckus.
What do you call them?
Hey, there's a bunch of raccoons over there.
I know, but I feel like a pack of raccoons.
I would
not
say the
think
pack
they-
raccoons probably. Pack sounds right. They're a pack animal.
herd.
They're not a herd.
They're not a
They're
herd.
not a herding animal.
Yeah.
But like, what if
Did
there's
you
like
Google
a
it?
certain
Did you
amount?
search
No,
it?
I didn't look at all. I
Can I also throw in the term gaggle?
a gaggle of
A
raccoons?
gaggle of raccoons? That'd be fun.
I wish raccoons were 10% nicer.
Fuck, dude.
You know what I mean?
want to pet
Because they're dope, but then they'll bite you and
Yeah.
they'll give grandma.
The
a
amount
hug.
of rabbit holes I've went down, raccoon holes I've went down with Kevin,
God
with
damn
many
it. Hold
people.
on a second, guys.
I've gone.
Just like a group of crows is called a murder of crows, a group of deer is called a herd of deer, a group of raccoons is called some raccoons.
Shut up. That's not true.
Did you know a group of raccoons is
legit,
called
though.
some raccoons? Wow.
That's not legit.
I mean, you're going to tell me aboveaverage.com doesn't have its shit together?
It looks.
It's the
real.
first goddamn Google result.
Okay, hold on. I want to know the 20 animal group names you didn't know.
Yeah, I really want to know this. I really want to do this. A corpse of giraffe.
this
A
just
core
seems
giraffe.
rude. This
Core of
just-
giraffes.
A bloat, a hippopotamus.
That just seems rude.
That's
Yeah,
just.
it's too far.
Go scroll down.
No,
Keep going.
I'm gonna go to the very top just to put us in the right order.
Okay.
Oh, that was the top. Sorry. I didn't
My
know.
apologies.
I didn't know.
A
A
business,
business
of
of
flies.
flies.
What?
This is dumb as shit.
Scroll down.
Nobody says this shit. Nobody uses these terms.
A crash of rhinoceroses. Fuck
See,
off,
this-
science.
What the? Yeah, this is like the science of like.
Also, hey, will you pop this up for people to see real quick?
Gaze.
Gaze of
See,
raccoons.
there's no agreement. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong page.
Shout out to Anthony Carboni being in this SoundCloud ad.
Wow, it is him.
No, it's not.
That's
him.
before he decided
It
to be
is
me though
him.
and grow a beard out.
Yeah, exactly. And get
So-
LASIK trying to chase you down, trying to get all your roles.
Star Wars. I just made myself
Gaze
cool.
of raccoons.
This is a glaring of
This
cats.
is not right at all.
Shut up,
This is
everybody.
bullshit.
This
You
is
know what?
a
I'm
You
with.
don't call it a glaring
We're
of
on
cats.
Scribble.com right now.
Cats
and I
is
trust
clearly
it.
a litter of cats when
But
they're
wait-
born.
What is this now? More raccoon stuff. Did you know? If you love science, you're going to eat this one up. We all know what? We all know what that furry little animal with the black rings around its eyes and big bushy tail is called. That's a raccoon. Duh. But did you know this? When there are a bunch of raccoons together, they're collectively called some raccoons. That's right. Just like a group of crows is called a murder of crows, and a group of deer is called a herd of deer, a group of raccoons is called some raccoons. Wow, so cool. Kevin, find out where aboveaverage.com is based so we can drive there.
Hold on.
And
hold
yell
on.
at them for publishing
Scroll
something
up
like
a bit.
this.
It might sound weird, but if you see more than 2 raccoons in the wild, you should not say, quote, I saw a raccoon and another raccoon and another raccoon. Instead, you should just say, I saw some raccoons. That's a whole bunch of raccoons.
Fuck, are people talking about
This
it?
is,
And this is why
So
people
what's the
wonder why
difference? What is a
science
group
isn't
of
taken
raccoons?
seriously.
so I wanted to call it a ruckus because I feel like it fits.
2 down. A group of
ruckus
raccoons.
of
What is a group of
raccoons.
raccoons? or not?
What animal is related to a raccoon?
Oh, 2 down. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me.
A group of raccoons is formally known as a gaze or a nursery. However, since these terms are not commonly known, most sources will just use group, family, or a related term.
Yeah, nobody
raccoons
fucking
tend to be
says
somewhat.
some raccoons.
Okay, well, let's not get too angry about this, all right?
Wait, you're angry about some, not
No,
your
I just feel
gaze?
like above average is going out there putting out misinformation.
What's a group of beavers called?
Yeah.
Where you seeing that?
Right where you are. Colony.
A colony of beavers.
What about the armadillos?
Probably a colony also. They're very close. A group of all is also, it's called a pack or a
It's a
congregation.
fez for armadillos.
A congregation.
A group of barracuda is a battery.
That's sick. What are you Googling?
Animal control. Nothing to be the vote. in
God
this?
damn
Good.
you. Where does your brain go?
It's important. We need
Where
to know.
does your brain go?
I don't think you can like put them on air.
Put
Are
on
we
blast.
are we a two-party state? One of the best things I ever learned in journalism school is if you were a one-party, if it was a dual informed state, or if one person could be informed, because some states where just one person had to know they were being recorded. Also, where were you when we
aren't we a
fucking called
dual
Warner
party
Brothers?
state?
We called Warner Brothers a long time ago.
I
Remember?
know,
We
but
called
that
Linda at
seems-
Portillo's all the time
It
years
seems
ago.
like, and this is just me not really knowing anything about journalism or pretty much anything, it seems like every state should be a two-party state.
Well, I
Don't you
went to
think?
school a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I bet by now probably everybody's on
No,
the
I
same
mean, I
page.
doubt that that's been ratified in every state, but like, don't you feel like just as a moral human being that both parties should know they're being recorded?
Right, yeah. I remember I had a computer program where you could record stuff, but
Yeah.
it would constantly beep. Like every 5 seconds it would go
Wow, what is that beep?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm recording this, so like they would let people know. Because back in the late 90s, we
Yeah.
cared a lot about privacy.
Yeah.
Now we
give
don't.
a fuck. Now we don't care.
Hey, Alexa, listen to everything. Fucking broadcast it to Trump. I don't care.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We're two-party here.
We're a two-party?
Thank you.
So we just need to tell them.
Hey, everybody, we're going to put you on a podcast
You're
for a
being
question that
recorded.
means nothing. Is that cool?
Is there... What's a raccoon group called?
I called Steve Gaynor today earlier.
Yeah.
For
Steve
Kind
Gaynor
of Funny
probably
Games
know.
Daily. And that's what I'm thinking.
He'd probably know.
He's
lives
like
in
animal
some
control.
sort of woodland area, right? Isn't he from Portland or
Yeah,
Seattle
he's up
or some
there.
shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Greg, I'm also down to pretend I didn't read that a second ago.
It's too late. You fucked me over.
All right.
Oh yeah, like we're very concerned with abiding by all laws in this office.
I'll do exactly what I did on Games Daily, and I'll ask him
What is
beforehand.
that supposed to mean? What fucking laws are you breaking, Nick?
I'm not breaking any laws.
The way you
Hey,
say that.
Steve, it's Greg. Hey, do I have your consent since we're in a two-party state to fucking be on the Game Over Greggy show? You know what I'm saying?
I hope he says no. It just hangs up.
I hope he says
No, it's a
fuck
different
you.
question. You're totally. Hold on, I'm gonna put you on. You're saying yes. You said yes.
Okay.
All right, so Steve Gaynor's here. Hey, it's Nick and Tim's here too.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
What the fuck
All right.
am I painted here?
So,
or what?
on Kind of Funny Games Daily today, I called you and asked you about alphas and betas for video game development. It was very helpful. In a similar vein now on the Game Over Greggy show. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Nick wants to interrupt me.
Can we go back to that? Because I would also know the difference. Like to know the difference.
You need
between
to go
alphas and
watch
betas.
Kind of Funny Games Daily, all right?
Okay, maybe I'll call Steve later. Steve, I'll call you later for that answer.
All right. Today, our question is, if you saw a group of raccoons out there, what would you call them?
A grundle.
A grundle.
Yeah, I like
You made
that.
that shit up.
He didn't. Oh, yes, he made it up. I think it's like your taint.
I mean, it sounds
He's
right.
never answering
The
the
internet
phone.
apparently is trying to tell us that you call them some raccoons
Or a gaze.
or a gaze of
I mean, that's what you
raccoon.
call it a gaze. No, it's not a gaze.
Thank you.
I mean, you can call any group of anything some.
That's true.
That's true.
That's not
That's
very
true.
raccoon specific.
They got me aboveaverage.com.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
God, I hate that site.
I do too. All right, thank you,
Grundle
Steve.
of raccoons, I think you're good.
I'm not going to say a grundle raccoons again. I love you.
Cool. See you. Bye.
Bye. What a nice young man.
Stand up guy. That's you got one more. And
Remember,
then he's not answering that phone
Remember
anymore.
going home out on Switch now. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early as you like. You could watch it for $1 as we record it. You could wait till Friday, pay $5 or $10. If you go $10, guess what? You get the pre and post show in your video format. That's pretty cool. There's a pre and post show on the live version too if you watch. We quizzed Kevin. We won't tell you how he did, though. You have to go watch. And if you don't want to pay us any money, no big deal. A week later, no pre and post show version of the show goes live on youtube.com/kindafunny and podcast services around the globe. I haven't done Games Daily with you in a long time.
It's been very long.
Yeah, I can just remember. I haven't seen you do the globe thing in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I just looked into it. That logo looked familiar for aboveaverage.com,
shit.
and it proved to be correct. It's a comedy website that runs a YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah.
In no way scientific at all.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was
Above
gonna
average
say,
sounds like a.
I thought
It's on the internet. It's
I
gotta be
thought
right.
I've seen videos of theirs, but I thought maybe it was like a BuzzFeed where they had like people who do spoofy videos, people who do real journalism, or at least pretend to do real journalism, and BuzzFeed's.
Yeah.
What the fuck? My brain just went
Above average.
Shut off.
Is YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Patreon producer Warren Moore. That's right. I had a post-it note on my cup that whole time. You didn't see it though, did you? Tough guy.
I actually did see it, and I was like, no, Greg just has a post-it on his cup. That's the world we live in.
That's today.
I don't think anything of that.
Because I keep you on your toes, you know?
And you do
Keep you young, too.
So what you're saying is I owe a apology to the good people over above average.
Yes.
Okay. I apologize, guys. We were ripping you apart, but it turns out that that article that you wrote that was supposed to be, I guess, funny, just was not funny at all.
Or scientific.
Oh, fuck. That's why the writing was so bad? Because it was like supposed to be dumb?
Oh, let's start a beef with them. They're a bigger channel than we are.
You just put your finger into my cup and all over the lip. God, I can't drink out of that anymore now.
Ew. That last bit was like
Unnecessary.
it was unnecessary.
For a second, did you ever see that commercial
Here we
with the Sour Patch Kids? Where it's like first they're sour,
yeah.
then they're
sweet.
sweet. I feel like I'm doing that to you a lot lately. Where like I'll grab your nipple, but then I give you like, the high five. You know?
I don't mind. Yeah, no, it's
cool.
It's part of our motif. You know what I mean?
God. Now,
as you
again,
evolved into this on-camera person. Yeah, where are you trying to go?
That's the big
originally?
question. Do you want to like have me bring the pumpkin spice version of this bar that we're not going to say because they're not paying us out, and I'll cut it up into little pieces and we can all try a little piece.
I'd like one of the little pieces, please.
little pieces, please.
Guys, I'm excited, but also very tired.
Of course. I'm right there with you, Kev.
I had to take my sister to the airport at 7 in the morning.
Kevin, here's a question for you. You're on your mic.
He's a family man.
I'm here. What's
Why?
up?
Yeah. Why did you have so many brothers and sisters where they make you do all sorts of bullshit? You got to take
I don't
one.
have that many.
You got to take one
I mean,
to the
I didn't
fucking.
have to.
You got to take one to the fucking airport now. The other one, months ago, you took to the DMV.
Sure,
your card,
cracked-
you wouldn't let him
cracked
take it.
windshield
Today, you
it
took
was.
him to it. He fucking failed the test.
Don't say it that way. He reversed and it hit the curb, and that's one of the no-nos.
And then what?
Like, he didn't, like, smash the
So
car
on the
into
test,
the
did he
curb.
pass or fail? Would you say he fucking failed?
Hey,
would you
hey.
say
Where would you say he was on
tried
the
to-
spectrum
he
of
tried
failure
to
and
kick
passing?
the
Well,
extra
I'm just
point
saying,
and
like,
he went
don't say it
wide?
all mean like that.
This is not a nice way to
You
say
know?
it.
Yeah,
how do
he
you,
could've
how do
just-
you,
he could've
how do
said
you want me
he-
to say he let you and your
No,
family
it's
name
fine.
down?
Look,
How do you want him to say he now has to change his last name to something other than Coelho?
all right.
What I
'Cause
appreciated
it's
was
just-
I didn't know this because you got back, you came into it and I was like, oh, how'd the test go? I appreciated when I went to the bathroom and looked at my Instagram stories. You were chronicling it. You're like, up and ready to take my little bro to the test. Here's him taking the test. He failed the test.
That's fucking hilarious. I'm sure that adds no undue
I was
pressure to
wondering
it.
if your last one was going to be something completely different. It's all right. Let's ignore I ever talked about that.
Oh god, that's so funny.
What was I supposed to do? I was chronicling
You're a journalist.
it.
That's how it happened.
I thought like he's very well trained, but he just hit that curb. When we were practicing earlier, he also hit the curb, and I was like, no, do it like 2 more times, and he did it fine.
So wait, did he have to parallel park? They don't make you parallel park, do they?
No, they don't make you parallel.
So
park,
what
but they
what
make
curb
you-
did he back? They did the 3-point turn.
No.
No, he had to drive parallel to the curb.
It's not like parallel
Yeah.
parking, but you need to parallel pull back and then reverse.
Yeah.
So kind of a parallel
It's
park, but without
parallel
the front
parallel
car.
park,
It's
Without
not
the
in
cars.
between cars though. Yeah.
Yeah, without the
That's
pressure.
okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I can
the
see.
hardest part
Now-
of the
I'll be
test.
honest with you. When I parallel park, there's a good chance that I'm hitting the curb.
No, I mean there's 100%
There's
chance you're
100%
hitting
chance.
the car.
But that's your style though. You
Yeah,
like hitting that curb.
You said hitting the
Well, I
bumpers.
like to get my car as close
Yeah.
to the curb as humanly
you
possible.
need to know where it is at all times.
Absolutely. I don't like the idea of some fucking cowboy
we
meter
go.
maid coming at me being like, oh, he's too far away from the curb.
Breaking
Here's
out their
a
measuring tape.
$7,000
Cowboy
ticket
Yeah.
because
meter
this is
maid.
what I do with my life.
Why is he a cowboy? What
Because you
part
know
of
how
that-
these hot shots are. These fucking hot shot cowboy meter maids are out there with something to fucking prove. You've seen them in their short shorts. Their
There's
tight
like,
asses.
there's oh God. They're so tight. So
They're wearing those
impossibly tight.
safari hats. Those fucking safari hats, mailmen.
Like everyone
wear.
else is in the normal meter maid outfits, but they're in like SWAT tactical gear.
Right, they're not mailmen. That was totally describing
That's
a
okay.
fucking hot mailman. I'm sorry.
Real quick. Where do we land on that bar? Are we doing that?
Well,
or-
that's a question for Greg. Do you want to try a little part of this bar?
Yeah, let's
I'm
taste
still
it.
not hungry. Like, are you hungry for another bar?
Small part. I leave the
No,
rest.
but I mean, we can save it.
I'd rather save it for when I'm like, hey, you know what I want is a fucking bar.
Okay. Not bad.
Because I'm still trying to decide if I want to replace Cliff bars with the RX bars.
Okay.
And this is not a sponsorship. We're not sponsored this episode.
I fucking
So go to
love 'em.
patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. No, Kind of Funny. Support us there. Games is fine. Don't worry. Well, you need to support us there too.
Just
You know how it
support
works. You know. Here's my topic.
Yeah.
What were you terrified of as a child, but it didn't matter? I'm talking about social constructs. Because we were talking about, was this on the pre-show or was it this show where we were talking about titty fucking?
It was this show.
Oh my god!
I think it was this show.
Hold on, there is too much to unpack here. Like, first off, that statement's hilarious. Second off, earlier I said the fatal flaw of titties. That's still funny to me. Third off, you're talking about being terrified of something you just brought up titty fucking. Like, Greg Miller, where is this going?
What I was thinking of, where I was going with this.
Getting caught with porn? Is that?
No, not getting caught with porn. I'm sure that was scary, but that would, or not scary. What I was talking, to give you what I'm talking about here, social constructs that you were worried about but just don't matter really, was dick size. When you're growing up and you're a little boy, right? This is supposed to be a big deal, right? How big is my dick? How big is that guy's dick? Oh my God, do I have a small dick? You don't know because you're not like asking your friends to see their dicks all the time. Maybe you did, I didn't. That wasn't something that happened a lot, right?
I had a vested interest in the size of my
I
friends'
also had a
dicks.
vested interest in my friends' dicks.
I'm not gonna say
I know you've had a lot of conversations. We used to talk about a guy. We don't say his name anymore.
Yeah, we
Big
can't-
Dick Blank was his name,
Big Dick,
and we talked about Big Dick Blank in the shower a lot.
Yeah.
Like adults, right? You guys all went in the
To
shower
the point where,
together.
what's that, Gav?
I said,
Yeah, they all
your
showered
one
together.
Story, well, like adults, we all went and showered together.
Well, yeah, it was
we?
for those of you not familiar with the story.
I've never
It's
showered with any of you guys.
well, you're missing out. You haven't quite hit adulthood yet. Then let's get in that bathroom right now, splash some water on each other, and see what happens.
I wish we had a shower here.
No.
I kinda wish we did too,
No,
and a
'cause then
stove.
you guys would both use it, and you would
I
both
wouldn't
be
use
like,
it.
I hate that blank uses the shower.
I don't think I'd use it.
I would. When I ride my bike here, I'd shower in the morning. I'd shower afterwards. Like,
Yeah, I probably
like
wouldn't
one
use it.
Charles Agnette used to do at the old IGN office. Remember
Oh,
he
the one
ride-
that had showers.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Those were weird showers though, because the spigot only went up to your crotch.
I never
Remember
showered there,
that?
so I don't know. No,
They
I
were
never showered
weird.
there.
They were like they just hung right at crotch level,
It's
and you were
only part
supposed
that
to just like
matters.
hold them up.
Clean it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is stupid.
Let it all
Stupid.
fall off.
But anyways, yeah, the titty fucking. I went to make a joke at the time when Nick was like, "Oh, you can hit somebody in the chin and hurt him or whatever." I was like, "Oh man, I never got it past the collarbone." That was a funny joke, and then I didn't. And then it triggered this topic though of like, remember when that was a big deal,
Yeah.
worrying about your dick size.
Yeah, it's the you know.
Nick trying to
It's
trying to
still-
handle this right now.
It's-
Trying to think, like, wrap his head around, how do I feel about this?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out if that was a really big deal for me though. Like,
Yeah, I
'cause,
mean, like
'cause the
really
stigma-
big deal is a loose thing. It's not like I'm in fucking algebra class and I can't do the problem because
It's a
I'm worried
small
about my
deal for
dick.
some people.
No, I think that there was the stigma of like bigger is better.
Of course.
Right? Of like you got to be like, you know, you'd see porn when you were a kid and that informed your sort of reality of what a normal size was, and you always had the stigma of like, oh, every woman's going to want a gigantic dick. And while I'm sure there are people out there that enjoy bigger sizes, there's also lots of people that I've encountered that are like, look, there is actually such a thing as too big. And I'm like, no, there's not. And they're like, you're not the one that has to take it. So why don't you let me make that decision? And I'm like, you don't know what I do on Sunday nights. So why don't you let me make that decision?
So fuck you.
Yeah, so fuck you. Don't assume. Because it makes an ass out of you and my hole gets bigger. What?
God.
Oh no.
To love and sex this up a bit, the
Yeah.
thing, it really does come down to the confidence of it. Like the whole
sure, yeah.
worrying about it and all this stuff. It's like, it is something to worry about. But I would to at least be aware of. Like, people talk, girls talk, guys talk. It's a whole fucking thing of like, a lot of people know about your dick that you don't know about your dick.
You think so?
I'd like
Oh,
more
I
people to
so.
know.
That's just how things work.
How many
That's
dick
how
pics you
women
got
work.
out there right now? Floating in the wild.
Out in
you
the
think?
wild.
None.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Not
not true.
one?
One.
Wait.
Proud of it, though.
Are you talking about the
You
sock
said-
thing?
It's a good one. Well, that doesn't count.
Okay, good. I wanted to
Tim's
make-
got like, let me ask you this follow-up question.
Nick Scarpino from
Thank you,
kindoffunny.com.
Greg. How many butt pictures do you have out in the wild right now? Just your butt, just your bare ass.
Probably like 7.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot for more than me.
How
Yeah.
long till
I
you
don't
tweet
think
one
I
of
would.
those out, huh?
I think
There's
I
nothing
have
wrong with
at some
it.
point, actually.
You have. I mean, people have seen the picture of you like going like this, and then in the reflection with your butt hanging out. You got a nice
Yeah.
butt. You got
God,
a nice
I
keister.
hate that picture so much.
I love that
I love
picture. I
it.
think
Me
it's fucking
too.
hilarious. It takes you a second. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I see what you're doing.
No, the only picture of my dick that exists was taken on a like
Flip phone.
digital camera back
Sure.
in the fucking day.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like AOL email address times.
Sure.
Like
Did you tag it or somebody else?
Someone else took it.
Yeah.
Wait. What about the paper cut picture?
That's not online anymore. The picture exists.
I remember hearing about this one. Yeah.
You know what I just found? I was
Please tell me.
deleting stuff and backing stuff up on my computer. I found that picture you and I took with Justin Bieber.
Someone
was just
got
in our underwear.
reposted on the internet recently.
Great. Nothing ever goes away on the internet.
Yeah.
I saw that get circulated again. That's from the old office, the spare bedroom, and
That
all
was
that
from the spare
jazz.
bedroom, yeah.
And you're wearing my underwear in it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I look great.
Yeah. And that's like a
close
cool
here.
like. Man, exactly. We were close. You know what I mean? Like, that
Still
was a
close,
big-
man. I wear the shit out of your underwear right now. You
don't-
wearing the orange ones again? What do you got? MeUndies?
No, surprisingly, I'm not wearing the same underwear I was wearing
It
yesterday.
was a dumb question when it came out. I roll with it. I just smiled and
Oh,
felt
yeah.
confidence.
No, I don't know. I'm wearing. I don't forget which
What
one.
do you got? Let me see this bad boys.
Can't own more than one orange one?
Purple.
Oh, purple.
Just the perps.
Perps.
Just the perps. Man.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, you could fucking wear buy the same color. Some people do that.
Halloween season almost.
I have like
It is Halloween
3
season.
like of the same color Lululemon underwear. Want to go
You have
work out.
Lululemon underwear?
Yeah.
I didn't know they. I thought they did like yoga pants and stuff.
Yeah, they do like.
underwear
Well,
too?
that's why I bought them. I bought them for like yoga men when I was doing yoga with my wife.
Yeah.
I bought them so they'd suck to my legs. So that when I did like downward dog and like put my leg up. I
Oh, and
wouldn't
like
give
your shorts
people a
moved?
peep show. Yeah, I didn't want to be like.
that's
I don't wanna
why.
be grody.
That's why I bought the tights I wear for like when I bike.
Oh,
like
you
when
worried
I-
that people are gonna see you when you're
Not so
pedaling
much.
hard?
Well, I mean, you get a lot of upper calf when I bike if I'm not wearing those. But in general, just doing any
Yeah, you
exercise.
got nice
right?
calves.
Thank you. I have a nice lower body.
I mean, I wear them when I do like no gi jiu-jitsu as well because you wear shorts and I just don't. I
Sure.
don't want to like if you wear boxers, someone might pull a.
You don't want to give
ball
them
out.
anything. You know. Oh, a ball falls on.
Well, I just don't want to like you don't want to show people the gum.
There's
Yeah.
these really, really, really expensive
The
underwear
gum.
called Tommy Johns that
Okay.
I've never heard of. I'm a fucking MeUndies man. You guys have heard me say it a million times.
We're
I
not sponsored.
stand
This is not a
by that.
sponsorship episode.
But for the wedding I was just at, as part of the groomsmen, like little, here's your present for being a groomsman thing, Curran got us all Tommy John underwear.
Does Curran sell drugs? Is that what he
No,
does
no,
on the
he's just
side?
an adult. He has an
He's
adult job.
that has a finance job.
I just don't understand. You
Yeah.
just had the most baller ass wedding ever.
So
Like,
so I now own some of the most expensive baller underwear of all time. I gotta say, being real, not sponsored. MeUndies are better.
Yeah!
Fucking better.
Yeah!
But I'm happy I had these to have the experience because they have the wiener hole, but it's more of a wiener pocket thing.
Wait. So you mean wiener hole where you can pull your dick out to pee?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But instead of it being like that whole normal underwear contraption where it's kind of like barn doors that you need to like
Yeah.
I don't like
open
that.
up,
I never
don't
have.
like it either. And that's why MeUndies, I like what we have. It's like, just fucking pull them down. Flip
yeah,
that thing
pull
out.
that thing
Pull
down.
him
that
off the
fucking
leg hole.
Yeah. Or that too.
That's fucking horrible.
You can go over the top man too, but then you run the risk of guillotining yourself, and I hate that. That's terrifying.
Do you
I gotta pull the
Which
ball.
part?
pull it out of the leg hole?
Oh, remember this is an old GOG conversation we had a long time ago that I had done that
fascinated
before.
by
Had
Yeah.
done it before or do it?
Now I've gone more for the guillotine approach.
Okay,
here.
good.
But
I
again,
thought that was just like
I've
your-
let it. I've me undies. One of the reasons we love them so much. Really
No.
elastic bands. There's a lot of fucking tension, and I've definitely had it where I'm doing it on my phone, and then I feel it slip, and there's no time, and it just goes ka-chunk.
and then you pee in your face.
Oh no, I
No.
cut the
'Cause
stream.
that could get crazy.
I'll say the way, and this is another one of those things like when you're kids, you don't talk about this stuff. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Me too. It's about
You
time.
know, the way to get around the guillotine is to take out you got to take out the twig and the berries. You lay the berries on top, they
He's
weigh
right.
it down,
He's
and
right.
then you're not
But I
gonna
feel like
guillotine
I have
everything.
such a sensitive right testicle that I don't. I can't have. I can't have the tension of the MeUndie band on it. You know what I mean?
Sensitive in what way? In like a
Just
fun
it
way?
is sensitive.
Or
Oh
in
no,
a-
like
in a
it's
hurt
like
way?
it'll get hurt real easy, real easy.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. It
I
hangs a
didn't know-
bit too high for
I-
my taste.
I didn't know
Hey, we're
that
in the tree
the
of trust
right
right
one
now.
was-
We're in the tree of trust right
But
now. You know
so
what I mean?
the
You know what I'm
Tommy
saying?
Johns, thanks, Kev.
Damn it, I have
Jesus,
to-
these
I
look like-
love this conversation, but I have to pee real quick.
These
I'm
look
sorry.
like Batman underwear.
They're
Look
crazy.
at this
They-
like
they have a
utility belt.
pocket.
Kevin, show them.
They have
Oh
a
my
pocket.
God,
on
they have
the
a
side by
pocket?
them.
That's
Like,
wild.
How fucking crazy is
That
that?
is Why do you
need a fucking
I don't know.
pocket?
I don't need no goddamn pocket. But then pull get me a better shot.
I don't like this.
And
Whatever's
so
happening
that
on
thing,
here.
the back piece of fabric you're seeing
Yeah.
doesn't go down that far.
Right.
So
no, I get it. I understand.
it's just
how
a
it
hole
means-
for
yeah.
the wiener to come out. And it's like really
okay.
ergonomic.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. I'm a guillotine man myself.
Guillotine.
But
Well, I mean, this is a mini guillotine. You
no,
imagine?
it's because that's not spandex. It's not like pulling back. It's just kind of there. It's just fabric over.
I don't like it. I feel like I'm gonna get hard and I'm gonna slip right out of this.
That's a great point too. That is a threat.
Well, there's
Right
function there though, if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
I understand, but
like imagine if it's the winter and you're cold.
No, I've never. Look at me. I've never been cold. I produce heat.
It's true. He does that too.
You know?
He amplifies smells.
It's not. Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, the other day, I'm a MeUndies man.
So here's my question then about these. Did he ask you your size in underwear, or did he guess?
He just guessed, but I mean, it's not really that hard to.
Holy shit! Did you see this color?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and that was my next thing.
They were sold out of these. He was
okay.
gonna get me them.
So I was gonna say, yeah, were these custom? Like they say something, they got his face on them.
So he got all the guys different superhero shirts.
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Different Tommy John's underwear and then custom socks. It was like a whole
like pajama party thing?
Pajama party thing.
Like your kid underoos kind of thing?
Yeah, and we did a photo shoot of all the guys on the bed in our underwear and our shirts. And like it was just like a funny thing of we're gonna do this, and that's when all the bridesmaids came in. We didn't understand the timing of that. Then things got real messy. Where they came in and were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And we were just playing Smash Brothers, you know? Just playing Smash Brothers on the bed in our underwear like normal people. Yeah.
I thought when you said we didn't understand the timing, I thought it was like a surprise and they all came in their underwear. Oh, it's gonna be like this.
No,
like,
they were in their little pajamas though. Shari got them pajama jams.
Yeah.
And they're like little silk pajamas. And then they all got on top of us. And it was just like 12 people on this bed.
I'm sorry, what?
In their underwear. Well, Tim was in his underwear.
Oh, man.
I won in Smash though.
That's fun.
I'm sure you did.
Wait, really?
During that match and only that match. Everyone else was distracted. Not me.
Not Tim.
No.
No way.
I and the prize. Get this silk off me.
Sorry. Slack Cool Guy for another Diet Coke. Do you guys want anything?
No. Actually, yeah, bring me a coffee cup that I can pour my clean coffee into.
You got an RX bar too?
Oh, here we go with the fucking thing, with the thing. So there was nothing growing up. You're not, I mean, like, what was your, like, thing you were worried about? Not that I'm saying, again, my dick wasn't my main concern, but it was always that one concern of, like, do I have a small dick? Do I have a good dick?
I was very concerned about my dick, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say I still am concerned about my dick.
Really? See, that's my thing, is I feel like once I had sex for the first time, once somebody saw my dick for the first time and they didn't laugh me out of the room, I was like, I'm fine, everything's great.
Yeah, it's totally fine. And this is a weird thing to say as a normal person, but as me, it's not weird and people understand that.
Gotcha, I understand.
I wish I had a better dick visually, like a more aesthetically, like I feel like I have a decent looking dick, like in that sense. But in terms of size, when it's just like I'm just chilling, like right now, my dick doesn't look impressive.
I hear that.
Like,
I totally
no one's does though.
As some people's do.
No, I've seen some dicks that are flaccid. Like, that's a good looking flaccid dick.
Like that Batman dick.
But that was a great. I mean, that's come on now. That's a drawn. It's a comic book dick.
He was walking off hard.
But that's my thing. Is it's like I want to look from the waist down good at a nude beach, and I don't. You know what I mean?
What you gotta do is keep yourself semi-fluffed. It's mind control. You keep yourself semi-erect the entire time. People go, wow, that thing must be huge when it gets bigger. Joke's on them, though. It's only got like another half an inch before it's like
we're at that point where it's the tipping point. Any more blood is going on.
I'm going to jail. A little more, and they're calling the cops. You know?
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, no, that's probably it. But there's a ton of these things. None are coming to mind.
My big thing was always taking my shirt off. Right.
Oh,
my big thing was always like, I wish I could go back to when I was a kid and be like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
Just take your shirt off and get in the pool. But like, kids were horrible, and every time I did it, it was like someone would say something, and just you were like, wow, it would just devastate you.
That's my thing. Is like, does none of it matter, or does it matter? Because it's the thing. Like in a perfect world, it's like, yeah, be confident in owning the shit. But at the end of the day, you're not doing it because you don't want to get made fun of, and you're gonna get made fun of.
Yes, but like, it's one of those things where like if I had a kid and he was struggling with that, I would be like, listen, there are going to be assholes that make fun of you. That's never going to go away. There's always going to be an asshole that wants to make fun of you for something. What people really respond to, what the people you should be like surrounding yourself to, are the ones that recognize that you're confident and you're just doing your thing, and they want to be around you because of that.
Absolutely.
And like, one of the things that I've never been confident of doing is taking my shirt off in front of people, which then radiated to then like being unconfident, being naked in front of people for the first few times. And that's bad. That can hold you back. And so on one level, it's almost like take the pain then.
Sure.
And then push through it, learn how to deal with the pain, get stronger. Don't let them break you. Don't let them force you, out, and to just be the guy who's like, cool, yeah, I don't want to go with my shirt off. Who gives a fuck? Because I've met so many, like, just putting it in terms of sexual, like sexual contact, or like people that you may or may not be attracted to you. I've met a lot of women who, seeing me with my shirt off, I could tell visually turn them off. I was like, oh, this sucks, right? Then I've also met a bunch of people who are like, I just like you because you're confident, and I don't really give a shit. Like, I didn't expect Brad Pitt when you took your shirt off.
Yeah.
You know, so like, who cares? I just like being close to you. That's a more, those are the experiences you should be looking to get, right? If you're with someone that's fairly like with you just for the aesthetics of it, yeah, that can be really fun. But I just feel like at a certain point, it's not as healthy as it would be if you were just confident with yourself. Of course. Yourself. But, you know, I also think there's probably a psychological thing that could have happened if you push through it enough. You go, okay, people, I've already taken the shit. It's not that bad. Maybe I would have been healthier. Maybe somehow I would have been like, oh, you know, I might get a
sure. Like
healthier.
it'll not force you to, but encourage you to make life changes.
Yeah,
like I don't like this feeling.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go this way with it rather than just wear my shirt into the pool.
Right.
I'm gonna change what's underneath the shirt.
Because like, you know, like when I used to talk about like dealing with claustrophobia, like there's two ways to deal with being in an elevator. You can get over your claustrophobia or take the stairs. That's pretty much those. You know, I took the stairs a lot, and that's just what happened. So yeah, I don't know. That was always the big thing for me. Is like, I'll never forget, man. I'll never forget one time I was at a beach with my buddy Stu, and one of the friends that was there, we were joking around back and forth, and I was just joking about how yada yada yada, and someone was like, "Oh, well, at least I'm not like fat and covered with stretch marks," and I was like, "Oh,
that's way too real."
It was
way too real,
brutal. I was like,
yeah.
Damn, that was a fucking deep cut. Like it was one that
what
I could
did you
not.
do?
I couldn't do anything. I just fucking shut up, and like the whole car went silent. It was very.
Yeah.
I was like, then it was like, oh, my suspicion that everyone knows this about me has just been confirmed.
Yeah,
and everyone knows the thing, and everyone's been clearly talking about this behind my back, and that's just what happens. But
well, if they're talking behind your back about it.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean,
you're just the wheels turn. Yeah.
That's what you're thinking in the back of your mind, right? Like, oh wow, I'm some sort of hideous monster. But you know, whatever. You get over that shit. You get through it. That's why I wish it was just like, I wish I could have been the kid that just didn't give a fuck. Like push through. Who cares? Who cares?
Sure.
That's just me. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was a big thing for me.
You got nothing still?
I mean, all these things are things that I definitely relate to in some way. I feel like going off the shirt thing, it's like, there's another side of like, if you're more comfortable in your shirt, just fucking wear your shirt. If that's what you need, don't bully people into taking their shirts off. I feel like I see that a lot. I'm just like, just be confident, take it off. Leave those guys alone.
Don't ever
let
do
them
that
be their
shit.
thing. And
that's
like,
annoying.
Like even recently, I've been in situations where I'm just like, leave him alone. Like if he's more comfortable in his shirt, let him be in his fucking shirt. You know. But yeah, it's like there's just bodies are fucking weird. There's all types of shit. Like I remember for me a big thing, like I'm fat now, didn't used to be fat, and for me it was body acne, and it still is for me sunburning, where it's just like it was so annoying to like have to deal with that shit.
It's so funny because I had friends that had like, you know, I had a bunch of friends that were swimmers, so they would have like really bad breakouts and stuff, and they would be like
because of the roids.
Because they were just injecting steroids right into their balls.
Punching the water.
Just more testosterone. No, I think it was just that the chlorine was drying out the skin. And the skin was reacting by producing more oils or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a scientist.
You're not a dermatologist.
Definitely not. But I had friends that had bad acne, and they were really self-conscious about it. And I was like, man, I would trade that in a heartbeat.
See, that's the thing of like
they were jacked, but they had like back acne. I was like,
I mean, nowadays as an adult, it's better or whatever. I had horrible acne in high school.
Did you?
Yeah. In college, I just had cystic acne. And it was terrible.
Brutal.
It wasn't until after school that I finally went on Accutane and knocked it all out.
Cool.
And changed my body chemistry, but whatever. Did it. But it's that thing of
maybe 8 feet taller.
Even now where it's like you'll have a zit or I don't know, something you're aware of on your face or whatever. Like, oh my God. And the amount like I'll start to go down that path of like, oh man, it's all anyone will be able to see. And then to stop and be like, how many times do I meet somebody with a zit, a black eye, or whatever on their face where it's like, oh, you have a bruise here. Okay. And then we're done.
Yeah.
I never think of it again. It's not what I'm looking at. It's not what I'm thinking of. I don't think back to you, this interaction where you were like this. Or like how I'm always, or was so hung up on my teeth forever, right? And I was just like, I look at other people who I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh man, your teeth aren't that great. And it's like, but I never think of you as a bad teeth person because who the fuck cares? I'm not paying attention.
I feel like a lot of those, though, are really kind of indicative of what we went through in our youth, right? Because you say that now, of course. No, if I saw an adult making fun of another adult for a zit, I'd be like, you're an asshole.
Not even making fun of.
Or just like calling attention to it or fixating it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you are not like socially aware of what you're doing right now, and that's uncouth. And like, you need to be an adult and be more mature about it. But when we were kids, how many fucking times did you rip your friend apart for that one flaw that you knew would bother them because you didn't want anyone to focus on your insecurity? So it was like, it's almost like a defense mechanism where you're like, I'm gonna fuck with Greg right now because I don't want anyone to know that I'm never ever gonna take my shirt off.
Sure.
You know, it was always shit like that. So I feel like you're just conditioned to like have those responses. You know, like I remember the first time you talked to me about your teeth, and I was like, "That's weird. I would never have thought about that."
Yeah.
Like your teeth look totally fine to me. Totally fine.
Tricked him.
You know.
Now they're fine. Now I'm happy with them.
Well, there you go.
Invisalign, also not a sponsor.
Kevin's that guy though. You can always rely on him to point out whatever it is.
This is the one.
Always,
this is my foible, and I no one will ever catch it. And Kevin's like, there
Kevin's
it is.
gonna be there, and he's gonna loud and proud scream it to everybody, and then laugh to himself.
Has he gotten better about that? Or are you saying okay?
I don't think he ever will.
Maybe you should have a therapy session with Kevin right now.
But body hair is
just have a
another
therapy session.
Body hair is another thing too that I've talked about this years ago on the GameOverGreggy show. But like, growing up, I was so embarrassed to have body hair because I was friends with only Chinese people.
Current, yeah.
My entire group of friends was Chinese, no body hair. And when I had chest hair, stomach hair, when we go to the pool, I was like, that was the reason I wanted to keep my shirt on. I was like, I'm so fucking scared of this.
I was the opposite. I was embarrassed of all of my family's body hair because I come from like my aunts, uncles, all my great uncles they were just fucking animals. They would take the shirt off and it would be like, where did that come from? And I'm like, is that like, I'd be like, God, Dad.
It's like Teen Wolf. Is that gonna happen to me?
Please put your shirt back on, and please, God, tell me that's not gonna happen to me. You know, because they just have that like when the old guys get old, the hair gets a little longer and then it's like gets gray, and you're like, God, that's a lot of fucking hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That's the new one for me. Like I started the chest hair. I was like, the gray chest hair is starting to come in.
Yeah,
because the gray hair has been there forever.
Well, I keep my chest hair really short, so I wouldn't know. But my beard hair is getting white.
Yeah,
it's white, and it's startling, like all around
oh,
here.
I see a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit too.
Yeah, but you have to look for that stuff. Again, I would never think of that. You know? It's kind of like how Tim's hair is blonde, and I never think about it.
Fucking hate you.
It's so blonde, and Andy's is jet black. It's one of those things though, like where I try not to fixate on those things because I still have a lot of hangups physically about myself. But at a certain point, you just got to be like,
fuck it.
Don't worry about it. Just try to be the best you can be every day. Do the things you want to do, and stop looking at fucking People magazine. You know, stop looking at these. You know what I mean? Like
People magazine.
I was the person that popped out.
You know,
I was gonna say I should have said Maxim magazine. You
big
know,
old
like,
Jamie
or
Kennedy had a
GQ.
People magazine subscription. I looked at it every week back in the day.
But I guess that's probably not a good example. I guess not People. I was gonna say Us Weekly, but they're the ones that
still
show
like a celebrity
horrible pictures of celebrities when they're overweight at the beach. And it's
That's
just
hard
like
to believe
the
magazines are still around. You know,
it
is and it isn't. I guess, but it's like it's hard to believe on the one hand of like any magazines around, but let alone the fact that like people still care about that shit. But then there's like superficial.com and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's not anymore though. I think they don't.
Oh, Superficial's gone?
Yeah, I think they got bought, and he stopped writing that site. And I'm like, wow, that's
what
weird.
does Perez Hilton do now?
I don't know. Great question.
Huh, Mr. YouTube? Huh, Mr. Internet?
That was a moment. Did you go through? Were you caught up in that at all? Did you ever do Superficial or Perez Hilton
I'm
or
not really
TMZ?
big into the celebrity gossip
Celeb
stuff,
gossip,
but I
yeah.
mean, it is bigger than it's ever been. Like, especially just coming from this wedding, Shari's whole group of girls, like, they fucking feed off that shit.
Oh yeah,
TMZ.
no, it's
like not TMZ, the magazine
Us
stuff,
Weekly,
like the
Us
Kim K
Weekly,
news
People.
sites.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Twitter essentially. It's become Facebook and Twitter. It's not so much like one destination. It's like a curation of a bunch of different news sources, for lack of a better term.
I feel like the Kardashians are the ones helping to propagate that. Like I think they're like single-handedly shouldering the burden of keeping those magazines alive. There's not a day. Every time I go to the supermarket, I'm like, oh, it's back in the fucking on
What's
People.
crazy
Always
is
on People.
I saw a reference online to KKW, and my mind filled in the blanks.
Kim
to
Kardashian
West.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, she's like that. She is just a monolith at this point.
Yeah.
Did you know that Kylie's a billionaire?
I mean,
I
would imagine they all are.
No, but for whatever reason, I think she has more money than all of them. Because she has some sort of like makeup line that went crazy.
I couldn't tell you all of them.
I could tell you all.
It's Kylie Jenner, right?
Kylie Jenner, yeah. Kylie's the
Kylie
really
and
young one that's married
the two
to
young ones, right?
Kylie and now I'm
Kendall.
Kendall, thank you. I was like, now I'm blanking on the other one. Are the Jenners, yeah. And then
Okay.
you've got Kim, Khloe, and Courtney as the Kardashians. And
There's
man,
a
they're just
boy, right?
powerhouses. Yeah, Rob. Poor Rob. Man, if you watch the Kardashians, he's just had some problems.
Oh, really? I didn't know why you're saying poor Rob. I
No,
don't know
but
anything
he's
about him.
also just like, he grew up with the three sisters, and it's just, I think they traumatized him.
Gotcha.
He also had some
Okay.
problems, I think, with alcohol.
Oh, sure, the addiction.
Yeah, and he just had a kid.
Is that a problem in general, or is it like
It's I don't watch the show close enough to know, but I know it was a point of contention for the family. You know, he married I think think the woman's name is Black China. I think that's her.
Her name was Black China.
Yeah, still is.
That's correct.
And I think I don't know what she does though.
Is that her given name, or did she change her name to Black China?
I have to imagine she changed it to Black China.
Did she change it because we already had China from the WWE, WWF?
I think she realized that China was a thing and said, you know what, I'm just gonna put
I'm gonna be Black China.
I'm gonna put a modifier in front of this.
Now,
Adverb?
no, black is an adjective. It's color.
Excuse me.
Is she black?
I think she's black and Chinese.
Oh.
I think so. I think she might be.
So that's not a real name then.
A combination of both, and she just said, "I'll do this." Again, I'm shooting from the hip right now.
Sure.
If Kevin could look this
can
up,
I
that'd
get
be
a Black
great.
China Google search on the old Google Chrome over here?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Kevin.
You want me to just search Black China?
I love you to search Black
it'll
China.
come up, but it's not. I don't think it's how you spell it. I think she spells it with a Y.
So she spells it literally like the China from wrestling.
No, he just said. Wait, is that how?
That is her.
Oh, she spells black though, BLC. China though spelled very much like China from.
Now her real name is Andrea Renee White, professionally known as Black
Angela
China.
Renee.
Oh, Angela, excuse me. Is
I
an
was
Ameri-
like, that's way too close to Andrea.
That's my brain pulled that on. As a model and entrepreneur, in 2014, she launched her own makeup brand, Lashed by Black China, and a beauty salon in Encino, Los Angeles.
What's the origin of the name though?
Click on the Wikipedia. Like you had it at your fingerprint tips there. Your fingerprints. I can't answer that without you. You know, you got to do. Here we go.
Let's see.
China began stripping in Maryland to pay for college tuition. Okay. Well. While attending Johnson and Wales University in Miami, she resumed stripping but was too exhausted to attend classes. She dropped out after repeatedly falling asleep in class, focusing instead on stripping and modeling. She borrowed the name Black China from a customer. While stripping at a popular Miami club, her exotic look made her popular. Radio host Angela Yee described her as looking, quote, like someone who was going to be famous. In 2010, Drake dropped her in Miss Me. Her rising popularity led to modeling jobs in the cover of Dime Piece, Straight Stuntin', and Black Men's Magazine.
Yeah, we're.
Kevin, please get me a subscription to Straight Stuntin'.
Yeah, I want that. Later in 2010, she was cast as Nicki Minaj stunt double in Monster. Yeah, I don't think she's done anything crazy like you should know her.
What's the Charlize Theron movie, Monster?
The Kanye West music video.
I fucking hate everything.
Is it the one where she was? No.
I'm a motherfucking monster.
Yeah, okay.
One of Nicki's best verses of all time. Classic.
Shout out to Nicki
Fucking
Minaj.
classic.
We went down a rabbit hole. Sorry,
Hey,
while you were gone.
So there's another rapper. My brother just informed me of a breaking news story about a rapper named Lil Xan. Kevin, can you type LIL space XAN into the Google search bar?
XAN?
Are we
Yes.
not done with the Lils at this point?
Nah, dude.
Can we not
There's
be
new ones
done with the
every day.
Lils?
That's how it happens. They keep coming back.
Do you
Whatever
get?
happened to Bow Wow?
Please go to that People
Oh,
magazine.
Jesus God.
Left to the left. Boom. Lil Xan went to hospital after eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It ripped something in my stomach. He OD'd on
Please
Hot
scroll
Cheetos.
down and let me keep reading. Kevin Cola, please scroll down and let me keep reading. It's safe to say Little Zion will not be reaching for Flamin' Hot Cheetos again anytime soon. The rapper, 22, shared on Instagram that he made a trip to the hospital on Monday because of the popular orange snack. Showing off what appeared to be his hospital bracelet, Little Zion, who called it quits with Noah Cyrus earlier this month, said, "Yeah, I went to the hospital today. I just want to let everyone know I was in the hospital, not due to any drugs, but I guess I ate too many hot Cheetos and it ripped something in my stomach open." The rapper, whatever his real name is, added, "So we good."
So wait, hold on a second. First thing I want to bring to the article's attention is that they say the popular orange snack.
Yeah.
It's like hot red.
Yeah,
Now-
they're red. For the Flamings are red. Second of all, this is a 22-year-old man.
Yeah. Who apparently. Wow.
He looks
Pull it
12
up.
years old.
Right?
He looks 12 years old.
Follow-up question to that: is he swallowing the Flaming Hot Cheetos whole?
All right, let's be honest.
Like,
he
how do they
definitely
rip
was
something
on
in his stomach?
something, and he was
This
just
kid
like,
fucking went for a drug OD, and then
Well,
he was like, "Let's just blame it on the Cheetos," and that's gonna be a thing.
It's
now.
also it's funny that we clicked to the People site, so I'm sure that the way it was written is very particularly people-y. But the way that my brother explained it to me was he OD'd on hot Cheetos.
He OD'd on hot Cheetos. Now, to play devil's advocate for a second, or to look at this from a more
Hip Hop
like a lighter
DX. That's what I want to click on.
Hip Hop DX.
Hold
Is
on,
that a real
everybody. I
site?
need everybody who's watching live on Patreon right now to go to my Twitter. I'm tweeting at Chester Cheetah. Care to comment on Little Zion? I'm gonna need. What? How do you say his name? Zan? How do I say
He
it?
changed his name to Diego, but no one, the celebrities, he wasn't famous enough for them to actually change his name, so they just keep calling him Lil Xan.
That's hilarious.
Little Zan. Sorry, not Little Zion.
I wonder, all kidding aside, maybe he has an ulcer or something that it just triggered, and he had to go to the hospital or something like that. But I can't imagine.
Can I still
22.
tweet at Chester Cheetos?
Yeah, absolutely. Blame Cheetos. Let's sue Cheetos.
All right.
I'm on Little Zan's side on this as his lawyer.
Thank you, man.
The internet is being
Too many people are going to hiphopdeluxe.com to figure out like what's going on with this OD story.
That or hiphopdeluxe.com only has bandwidth for about 4 people visiting the site.
Do not hate on hip hop.
Is it pretty big?
Oh yeah,
big
that's
site?
like a go-to. At least it used to be. I don't know if it's still popping in the streets. Is it cool, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This kid, I feel like
This guy's dating Miley Cyrus' little sister.
That's Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Didn't know she had a little sister.
Me neither until he started dating her.
What's
Hey, is Billy Ray Cyrus and his wife still together?
I'm not sure.
Kevin, I eventually need to know about Billy
this
Ray
kid is
Cyrus.
a fucking thug. Look at this thug little motherfucker.
And how sirens are on our end.
Dude, I've never related to a 22-year-old more. Go show the face tattoos. Kev,
Hold on, it's gonna restart. There it is.
look at that. Look at his
ZZZ
left.
forever.
He loves
Sleep lover.
He loves sleep, dude.
He got
I do
a
too.
new one down his nose for X.
Down his nose.
I was
got-
thinking that he had more space there, so that's good.
Cool, Greg.
He does look, to be clear, and I'm not insulting the man, he looks like he's 14.
He looks very
He
young.
looks like he goes to school with Millie Ramsey.
14 going on 22. Oh yeah, dude. Too many
Could you,
people. are
could you
interested.
fucking imagine? You're Jeff Ramsey. Your daughter goes to school, and then she brings that boy home. And it's like, this is my
Well,
new
Zan.
boyfriend.
I
would
can
be like,
imagine it would be the
I
normal.
gotta kill us
Diego,
all.
Jeff.
I gotta kill us
It'd be
all.
the normal
That's what I
Jeff
would do.
Ramsey reaction.
Fuck, that was really good.
That was really
I've been
good.
practicing for a while.
Have you been practicing?
Damn, dude. The pockets thing was key.
Well, all right.
Jeff, I'm sorry, but that is a sick burn.
That was as good
Jeff,
as
if
Andy,
you're watching.
Andy's Marvel impressions.
Can you get him another cup, too? Because I touched his cup.
All over the rim. He was all over it. And I don't want another coffee, but I want to finish the coffee that's trapped in there by the germs now. Thank you. All right.
Cool, Greg. While he's not looking,
Jesus.
lick the top of it.
Yeah, do the Kevin thing where you come back all fucking digits all over the
What am I supposed to
goddamn
do?
rim.
It's the best place to put my
No,
hand,
it's
dude.
not. The cup is designed to be held like this.
You're crazy.
You guys are planning on having kids, right?
I am, yeah.
What do you do when your child brings that home? A kid with a face tattoo home?
Now,
Do you just like,
I don't want to.
you just
I
start
don't want to do
slipping
that.
birth
I don't want to paint with
No?
that broad brush. Maybe little Zan. I mean, first off, great taste in snack food. He'd fit in at this place pretty well.
Yeah.
Is he?
Apparently, except he doesn't know how to
if the
eat.
next thing is, hey, guess what? I eat a lot of the superheroes. God damn it, Kevin! I'm trying to make a point. Show it to the
Bring it up.
audience.
Oh, I've seen
It's
this
little,
picture.
little
Okay.
Zan kissing Noah Cyrus, and I don't know if you call that kissing, but it's just whatever.
It's just like he missed, but he hasn't realized yet.
We've all been there, dude. He was fucking hopped
I've
up
never,
on the hot
I've never been
Cheetos.
there. I've never been there.
I mean, that's you know how these shutters are. You've been to, you know, they take a million photos a second. Of course, there's gonna be some photos. that look
First
bad
off,
there.
I'm not important enough for anyone to ever take a picture of me on a fucking press line.
Yeah,
Come
but-
over here and kiss Tim on the cheek, and I'll put it into burst mode, and I'll show you some bad ones.
Tim has expressed to me both publicly and privately that he would like me to stop touching him as much as humanly possible.
That is true.
But
Kind
he-
of looks like Ashley Johnson,
A little bit.
just in the face.
A little bit.
You see it? She looks like Ashley Johnson more than Miley
Thank you.
Cyrus
Thank you very much.
I love your body.
in that picture.
No, Greg or Nick,
Yeah, Greg.
don't say that.
Don't say shit like that, Greg.
I'm sorry, I won't say shit like that anymore. I'm trying to be supportive of everyone here.
I had
and it
no
didn't
idea
work out.
Miley Cyrus. Why?
was-
I didn't
Well,
realize
like
that
Miley
Miley
Cyrus.
Cyrus had a sister, and I didn't realize she's clearly on the same track as Miley Cyrus. But I also it doesn't surprise me.
So, dude, Miley Cyrus apparently has an older sister named Brandy that forever ago, 2008, Miley and
Google it.
Brandy launched a YouTube channel. And this was like before she turned into the Miley we know now.
So it's
But it
Hannah
was like-
Montana?
But it was after Hannah Montana.
Okay.
So she was like almost 18 or maybe like almost 20, like that age. And a video went viral. Like they had this hit YouTube show that was like always trending on YouTube. And it was actually really, really funny.
Really?
Like it was like a vlog series. And then eventually she got caught doing salvia.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh.
And that like they had to stop doing the vlog channel. But then it came out later that the girl that she was doing the videos with was her sister.
That's
But they
crazy.
just didn't announce it.
I did not know there was this many Cyruses.
I remember the
Oh.
salvia video
Cool.
because it was the first time I had ever
click it.
heard of salvia. And it was that, if you remember, she was so high on it, she thought she saw her ex-boyfriend as like an apparition. You know what I mean? And if I could, is that a common side effect of drugs that I can see ghosts?
I mean, dude.
Because if so, getting interested in drugs, guys.
If you want a good time, Greg.
Here we go.
You and Jen tonight.
Sure.
Just warm up on the couch.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You and Jen warm up on the couch.
Get all cuddly on the couch.
Okay.
Get
A
all
lot of
cuddly on the
Cyrus.
couch.
Apparently, there's a
Pull up
Brazen Cyrus,
a YouTube channel.
a Trace Cyrus, who is a brother,
We've
a
lost
Christopher
control.
Cody Cyrus. How many fucking kids did Billy Ray
How do
Cyrus
they
have?
all look so fucking wildly different too?
Because there's
Well,
probably a bunch of moms.
Fucking Hollywood and unlimited money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, anyways.
got
I
so
warm up
many-
on the couch with Jen
Pull up
tonight.
YouTube
Pull up YouTube.
and type in Salvia reaction videos.
Okay.
You're going to see some shit, dude.
Yeah?
You're going to see some fucking shit.
Dude, he is
What-
fucking covered.
What
in
are they
tattoos.
gonna?
What are
What
the
am I gonna
Cyruses?
see?
Like, there's one video in particular of someone that does salvia in a car, and they're just chilling in the car, and he's talking to the camera. He's just like, "Look, I'm gonna do this thing for the next about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna be on this planet. So let's
Okay.
see what happens." And he puts it on, and you just see him start freaking out, and then a cat jumps on the hood of the car.
Oh, no
And he sees the
way.
cat, and he just starts freaking the fuck out. I'm not doing it justice. You have to watch
It's
it.
so good.
It's fucking
It's
amazing.
good, though.
Maybe we'll watch it in the post show.
Oh.
we should watch it in the
Stay
post
tuned
show.
for that.
Oh, there you go. Drugs are weird like that,
I just
man.
feel like if I was Miley Cyrus's sister, I would be like, I need to go with a whole different vibe. Like, I'm not gonna go with these sentences tattooed down my spine or my side. I'm gonna go goody two
I love
shoes.
the tattoo on the
Thanks, bud.
side. The sentences on the side.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not criticizing. I love Miley Cyrus.
Well, I wasn't
Tim,
even
how
talking
many times
specifically
have
about
I
Miley
played
Cyrus.
the Miley Cyrus song on the way to lunch? Like, Nick, it's not 2012 anymore.
I mean, hey, it's a slap though.
Slap.
I'm with
Here's
it.
the thing that's
I'm just saying
weird.
I would differentiate myself by going like Britney,
But-
early Britney with it,
Oh, okay. Here's the
because nobody gives a
interesting
fuck
thing.
about Miley Cyrus' sister.
And I understand different strokes to move the world. You know what I mean? What might be right for
Well,
you
the
might
world don't
not be
move.
right for some.
Yeah.
Beat
Yes.
just one drum.
A man is born. He's a man. I couldn't tell you anything about what Miley Cyrus is up to in current life. Is she? I think she might have been on The Voice at one point.
She still is. Well, I think she still is. She had a comeback that failed really bad, where she cleaned up her act and tried doing country again.
So that's before or after Malibu. I remember the song Malibu.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That
was her
wasn't a
comeback.
country song though.
Well, whatever. Pop
Okay,
country.
just make sure.
Country's
Just make
pop.
sure.
It
Okay,
wasn't
well, let's not
fucking
insult pop country. Either.
like
Joey Noel, I know you're in the
hip-hop
chat.
pop.
I wish you were here to help.
some bullshit.
Okay, anyways, Malibu didn't work, even though it's a
Didn't
great
work
song.
out.
Great song.
Yeah.
Joey in the chat?
What was the album
Yeah.
called that had all the slaps on it? Crushin', not Crushin'.
Bangers.
Bangers. It does not get any better than Bangers.
It doesn't get much better.
I don't
than Bangers.
understand. If I did Bangers, if that was my claim to fame, if people were like, dude, that album was amazing, I would be like, fuck you. I don't need to come back from shit.
Yeah.
I had Bangers.
No, I mean, here's the thing. Unironically, Wrecking Ball is a classic that will go down in
Wrecking Ball
karaoke
and the
history.
other one.
And we can't
So
stop.
it can't
It's
stop.
my
It's a
party and I
classic.
do what I want.
It's fun, but Wrecking Ball I think did transcend.
can't
Wrecking Ball is one of those like songs that when we look back, it's going to define the era of. the
You're telling me that
2010s.
is an Outcast Hey Ya.
Wrecking Ball? Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Totally. It's going to be in that league.
Wow, that's saying something. You know what I mean?
That album I thought was fucking cool. I thought she was cool. I was like, dude,
She
you
was
got-
pretty cool.
I was like, you're doing some crazy shit and it's outrageous and I'm vibing with you. And the fact that she decided to change any of that, I'm like, no, I would have leaned harder.
Well,
into
she
that.
leaned. I mean, you can't lean much harder without.
That's
dying.
fair. She dealt with Terry Richardson's like.
She really went
photos and all
hard
that
there,
stuff. Yeah,
and like, yeah, she. I feel like she kind of got everything she could from that
possible.
barrel.
She brought twerking to the masses. I remember her being the
She
first
sure
time I ever
did.
heard
Well, that was
twerking.
a whole thing.
That was a great thing.
Yeah, Jay-Z had some things to say.
God, that was
Oh
great.
yeah,
On the song "Something in America," my favorite song from that album.
Didn't she? Was she the one that came out with
Holy
fake
crap.
dicks? She had a fake dick on the Grammys or something like that.
something like that. Yeah, I vaguely
No.
remember something like that.
That's just a concert.
Oh, that was her concert. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Gia was there.
Awesome.
She got to see it. The giant dick.
I want more of that.
She rode the giant dick.
So now she's just The Voice, and that's it.
For now, yeah.
Okay, okay. Now my next question about The Voice is: Blake Shelton still together with Gwen Stefani? Oh my gosh.
I love them together. I never liked her and Gavin Ross. I never liked them.
Glycerine.
Nah.
Don't let the days go by.
Gwen Stefani, national treasure.
Okay.
National treasure.
Okay, I'll give you two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would love to see her perform with No Doubt one more time though.
What, did they end badly?
I have no idea.
No, yeah. She's
I
got
think
kids
she just
and
got
stuff
really
now.
famous.
Yeah, of
I
course.
was like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Dude,
Gwen.
that "Let Me Blow Your Mind" song that she did.
Right, right.
It blew my mind.
Which one's that one?
The one with
It took
her
a while
and
to get me gonna take my time. Rock that
Sexy song.
Yeah, who was that? Not Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott has a verse on it or something,
It
right?
was Eve, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. They had a motorcycle they were on.
Rich Girl was Eve.
Yo, you're right. Fuck, man.
It was important.
Bush was one of those bands I never got into, but I liked Glycerine a lot as a song.
Is that where he comes from?
Yeah.
Because my only touchstone for him is that he was in Constantine. Wasn't he?
Really?
Good
The
movie.
the Keanu
Her
Reeves one?
husband?
Keanu Reeves movie?
Are we talking about the same guy?
I don't know.
Google Gwen Stefani's ex-husband,
it was Eve.
please.
It was Eve.
Gavin
I
Rossdale.
loved Eve.
Gavin Rossdale, but he's an
loved
actor.
Eve.
Yeah.
He played
Gavin
Prince.
Rossdale. He was one of
This is one of the situations where we're probably both right. I
It's
know him as Bush
possible.
and you know him as fucking Constantine.
I might be thinking about the wrong guy though.
Gavin Rossdale.
That is the
English
right guy.
actor, yeah. He helped
both right.
form Bush in 1992.
I had no idea that's where he comes
What the
from.
fuck did he do in Constantine?
He was Archangel Gabriel or something like that.
Huh.
No, that was that one lady.
That was Tilda Swinton. He was the other angel in Constantine, I think.
No, he was
I
a
could be
demon.
wrong.
He was a demon, right?
He was. He was one of
Yeah,
Satan's like
yeah.
minion.
Who was all dressed all pretty, right?
Yeah, I just didn't. I always get him confused with Justin Theroux, but he's not.
Who's Justin Theroux?
The guy from The Leftovers.
I don't watch that show.
I don't like this too. I like that Blake Shelton. He seems like a stand-up guy.
But is he the sexiest man alive?
I've talked about it before where
I
I
don't
was
think he's
angry with
good
him
at
about
all.
his turtle tweet.
He won though.
But now I think I've come around. He's a great musician, Blake Shelton. Great musician. His country music, very good. Been a fan since the original Some Beach music video.
Can you give me a little taste of Blake Shelton?
Some beach somewhere. This is like this is super country. This is before pop country. You want a good one now? It's the
Nelly and Tim McGraw.
No, that's a great one. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Tim McGraw, period. Just put any Tim McGraw on. You're in for a good
Add
time.
Nelly.
Put any Nelly on. They're literally chocolate and peanut butter. You can't go wrong. You know what I mean?
Sounds racist, but it's not.
No, I didn't mean like the
way.
racial way.
In this one,
the racial.
Tim McGraw is the chocolate.
Okay.
Just everyone knows.
Sangria.
Doesn't have to be racist.
There's a new one, and Joey's screaming chat, I'm sure, about the sangria on their lips or whatever. That's a really good one.
Joey's in the chat.
She was in it earlier.
Joey doesn't know
I
anything
was
about
in
country
it
music,
earlier.
and she has terrible taste. So whatever she's going to recommend for us, just disregard.
So to be clear, Kevin,
it by the wayside.
it was you who put in the chat earlier, how dare you do trivia when I'm not there?
100%.
Oh, interesting. Because we're asking the trivia questions in the pre-show.
To you.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Huh. Interesting.
It's weird.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah,
Didn't see that one
he probably thought it was me because I am the Harry Potter expert in this office, and would have scored higher on that if I were paying attention.
coming. No, you
You were
weren't.
paying attention.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Was I trying real hard?
I don't know if you're trying hard, but you were trying.
I mean, that was a really hard test.
That was fucking hard.
Yeah.
We'll see how Kevin did in the pre-show.
You will. This show's got a vibe to it.
It's got a vibe.
I
vibe
love
of
the
the
free
show.
flow
This is
shows,
a
man.
good one.
I like them.
We don't do. I like it. It's just it's different. It's not
Yeah.
our normal GOG. It's very vibey today. We're vibing.
We're vibing.
I didn't touch
It's
it.
because our first time back in a while.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we had to ease back into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
What's new?
weird.
What have I missed in your life?
Nothing really.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Well, you guys were together. You missed everything in my life.
Well, no, we weren't even together. I mean, we did RTX London, but even then, it was like we did our work and then we bounced off and we did different things. They went to Nando's without me.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They liked it more
Yeah.
than me. I went. I was like, it's just okay.
You're a hating ass hater.
Well, I also probably got the wrong thing. I probably just got like chicken sticks.
I'm surprised because that's Nando's. The food I had, I'm like, this is some Nick food.
I just remember. I remember like I was like, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. I don't ever want to go back. I don't need to go back.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't remember
back
thinking
too.
it was the best thing ever though. But to me, it was like mid-tier kind of like counter order place, and that was fine.
I'd
It
put
might have been the one I
above
went
Boston
to.
Market.
Oh, I definitely put it above Boston Market.
Yeah,
but it
Boston's-
kind of is
I mean,
a
even
Boston Market.
if you say mid-tier diner food, mid-tier whatever, I'm putting that above Boston Market.
I said
Boston
summer.
Market,
I
bottom
didn't get
rung.
the chance to talk about this
Not
on the
fast
morning
food.
show because there was a bunch of kerfluffles and stuff. Mel's. What
Yeah.
the fuck's going on with Mel's?
So I read that article.
So hold on. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, in California, there's Mel's, which is meant to be like a 50s diner.
Happy Days Diner.
Exactly.
Very
So-
much American graffiti inspired.
Exactly. When you go in there, they've got black and white photos of American graffiti, all sorts of American. I made sure. Hold on one second. All that stuff, all the 50s. Some of them, I think, down in LA, you can drive into.
There's one in Santa Monica. I've never been to it though.
that I think are still like the you drive in, order, and they bring it out
Mel's
to you.
drive through because we have Mel's
Dine in.
Dine in.
Yeah.
Diner.
I think those exist. But to give you an idea of what they're going for here, of course, my father #1 crane operator, Greg Miller, loves the old shit, loves the 50s, loves the, he still listened to the oldies, Dick Biondi back in the suburbs of Chicago.
Coca-Cola things.
He collects Coca-Cola stuff. That's great. That is actually a good touchstone for this. Of like, he loves nostalgia. You know what I mean? Americana. And when I took when my father came to visit me in San Francisco, one of the few times, I made sure I took him to Mel's Diner. At which point he walked in, eyes as big as saucers, looking at all the American Graffiti stuff. But we literally walk in. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the waiters and waitresses wear like the white shirts, little black bow ties.
They look like
little,
Back to the Future shit.
Exactly. Sat us down. My dad picks up the menu, looks at the menu for all of 4 seconds, and leans across the table and goes, "Gregory, put this in your bag." And I'm like, "You want me to steal the Mel's Diner menu?" And he's like, "Yeah, I want it for the collection. This is museum back home." I'm like, all right.
That's great.
The whole reason I brought you here is to impress you with it, so there you go.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, okay.
I fucking love Mel's. Mel's is an institution. It's always there for you. Again, it's diner food. It's not like amazing food, but it's 24 hours.
Mel's, it was huge because it's in front of the Metreon. So you go there pre or post movies growing up. When we were younger, I went down there a lot. It was also the place me and Jim Riley, former IGNer, used to go all the time. The news hound, Jim Riley, because he, of course, was very particular about his burgers, and he liked the Mel's Diner burger.
My brother's best friend growing up's mom worked there. So
Yeah.
we just hung out there all the time.
Sure.
Free. Got the avocado burgers for the free.
Nice.
I'm trying to find an analog for people. Would it be fair to say it's close to like an IHOP or a Denny's as far as food is concerned?
Oh, food-wise.
Not vibe-wise,
Food-wise, it's
but-
a diner.
It's better quality than that.
Yeah, it's higher quality. There's a Denny's across the street
Unless
from
you
the Mel's.
get wings.
You
Don't
wanna
ever
go
get
there.
wings.
Don't get the wings. We made a mistake. We made a
Those
mistake.
wings almost
Not
threw
even a
me off.
mistake.
We've done
Where
it
Nick
multiple times.
after a movie, Nick was like, "Let's get these wings." I'm like, "I don't think so, but okay, I'm down for the adventure." And then they showed up in this just soup of a sauce, and they were disgusting looking.
It looked like if you took chicken wings that weren't cooked and put a little bit of sauce on top of them. That's what
Why
they
not,
looked like,
dude?
and they had the same
Let's
consistency.
Let's party.
was
I didn't
bad.
realize Mel's was like a California thing. I thought that was like a all over the
Oh
place.
no! To my knowledge, it's just California.
I think it's predominantly a Northern California thing. I don't remember it ever. I didn't see any of it in Orange County or LA that I
weird.
knew of at the time.
Well, anyways, the important thing about Mel's is there was a iconic Mel's on Van Ness that we've went to many times.
Close to
prepping
the
for Kind of Funny
close
Live
to
2
the
and
movie
3,
theater over there, man.
and close to where the Regency Ballroom. And it is gone now. Replaced Mel's Diner or Dine-In is replaced by some place called Mel's Kitchen. What the fuck?
So I read the article on, like, I guess SF Eatery or whatever it was, and evidently it's the other locations are still very much Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
So the one on Lombard, the one at the Metreon, and I think there's like the one on Geary. Those are still those, but I guess for whatever reason they decided to shut this down for like 6 months and rebrand it as Mel's Kitchen, which features like basically basically like artisanal food with craft cocktails and things like that.
Real quick, yes, this is just a California thing. Santa Monica, Hollywood, West Hollywood, Sherman Oaks, 4th and Mission, Lombard Street, Mel's Kitchen, now open, and Geary Boulevard.
That's it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like it's in its, I mean, and like that, yeah. It's, I think it seems bigger because I think they shot American Graffiti there. That's like the big thing about it.
Is that
Yeah, because
why?
like Ron Howard's there.
all
Like
the time?
pictures.
It's one of those things where, like, for me, as a person who had never been
that's
to a
what
Mel-
happened. Anyone who has seen the 1973 film American Graffiti remembers the familiar neon sign at the gang's favorite hangout spot buzzing in the background, blazing Mel's Drive-In.
What location do they
Though
use for
the
that?
film was set in Modesto, California, the scenes at Burger City were actually filmed at the first Mel's Driver's location.
Wow.
which is
So
Santa Monica?
I'm excited for this Mel's Kitchen situation.
I thought you were mad about it.
I mean,
I'm pretty.
Now here's why you're gonna be mad about it. Guess what the hours are? It's only open till 11,
What?
oh wait, that's weird.
so no more
But see,
late dining
I'm-
there.
I'm okay with that though. If it's going to be a fine dining Mel's experience, I'm into this. If it's more of a crafted thing, as long as the other ones still exist.
They still exist.
Yeah. I
But
hope
from
that
what I
doesn't
read in the
change.
article, there is no longer, they're not doing like a smattering of burgers anymore. Now there's just one burger. It's $16 and they have an Impossible burger, which I assume is some sort of vegetarian
I
burger.
hate that Impossible shit. But I'm super down. I'm going.
But
Next
they
time,
have nice looking cocktails. So
I'm going to go this Wednesday. I'm going to go watch Crazy Rich Asians using my
Asians.
AMC
Movie-
Stubbs,
yeah, the Stubbs.
A-list
I hate
pass. And then I'm going to go get some dinner.
Mel's,
at
this is
Mel's
from Eater.
Kitchen.
Eater.com. Mel's Drive-In transformed into a swanky destination for avocado toast and $12 cocktails.
I don't fuck with the toast.
But it looks cool inside. It still looks like kind of like a high end diner, which is kind of a fun vibe. My thing was like
the 1950s kitsch is all gone. Classic diner Mel's Drive-In on Van Ness closed earlier this year for renovations, and now it's back as Mel's Kitchen, a totally modernized and sleek and kind of sexy American restaurant with a full bar. The space now sports dark wood, burgundy booths, and soft lighting. The old school fun and memorabilia have been scrubbed away. The huge laminated menus with more than a dozen burgers are gone too. Sorry, Dad. Good thing you stole one. Yeah, I know.
Your
Now there's one
future-proof that one.
Now there's one dry-aged $16 burger and the Impossible Burger. You'll find more bougie offerings too, like ahi poke, Aussie smoothies, and avocado toast. But the biggest change is that Mel's now has a full bar and $12 cocktails, such as the Jack Tar with rum, yellow chartreuse, and passion fruit. Damn, the food looks great though.
The yellow chartreuse. That's pretty awesome. The big question is, do they have my newfound passion for sweet potato fries? I only go to places that have burgers with sweet potato fries because I love sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries are dope. That's a good
Turns
pick.
out I could have like the way I'm eating right now, you're allowed to have like specific carbs.
Oh, that's
One of
right.
which is like the yam or the sweet potato. But I don't think they intended for that to be a fried fry, but I don't care because I haven't looked it up and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Because they're so good.
I'm into that. Fuck, now I want Mel's Kitchen.
Let's go right now, man. Let's
just
blow this
do it,
podcast
dude.
off and go,
Let's
doggy
blow it
dog.
off.
We'll go before my show.
I'm looking to see if I can get a full Mel's Kitchen
What's your show tonight?
menu here.
I have one tonight, yeah, at La Rocca in North Beach.
You also have one tomorrow?
I went Thursday.
I wonder
At
if there's
Java.
reservations at Mel's Kitchen, or if it's just like
Try to get yourself a
I
table.
don't know. The thing with Mel's was it was always a double-edged sword because it was always kind of like a little rundown. And then the people that worked there were always lovely, but always overworked.
Sure.
They were always like, I got 80
diner.
tables.
Here's the thing
Yeah.
about Mel's Diner is like they saved my ass multiple times when I lived downtown because New Year's Day they're open like I want to say, is it 24/7 the one in front of the
I think
movies?
it is. I think it might be 24
or it
hours.
used
'cause I
to
think
be.
the one by me is 24 hours. I've gone there like 2 in the morning.
And that was the
There's
thing.
one
You
guy
show
like,
up New Year's Day with like we had a bunch of hungover kids that it's we partied and hung out at the place or whatever, and you walk over there and actually get some food. It's great.
oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
GDC saved our ass a lot of times at GDC.
I just remember walking in thinking, wow, this is a very interesting vibe for
Yeah.
a bar. Like American Graffiti is a movie that came out 40 years ago. And so expecting people, maybe longer.
74, I think I said.
Oh, was it 74?
74, 78,
I can't
something
do
like
math.
that.
How long ago was that? A long time ago. So it was always weird to me. And then I would sit down. I'm like, I want this to be like the bar from Pulp Fiction. Remember Jack Rabbit Slims? We're like,
Jack
Jack
Rabbit Slims.
Rabbit Slims. And it was cool. And they had everyone dressed up as characters.
yeah,
Well,
remember-
Mel's isn't a bar though.
No, but like
He
they
keeps
went to
saying
that.
bar, but he means
I meant diner, excuse me.
Gotcha, okay.
They go to that diner in Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
and it's like,
I remember there's something in there like it's a $5 milkshake and that's like so crazy.
well, for the time, yeah,
I know,
'cause it was
right?
like 92
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Was that a $5 milkshake? I gotta taste it. That's great. It's like it's
It's
pretty
five-
fucking good
it's
milkshake.
$5.
I don't know if it's worth $5.
$5.
It's a pretty fucking good milkshake.
Weird thing about Pulp Fiction as a side note here. I remember I didn't see Pulp Fiction for a long time. I forget if my mom or somebody didn't want me to, but I remember I got the Pulp Fiction screenplay. Like nice like thing, and I remember reading it like because we liked the music so much. We got the soundtrack
Yeah.
and it had cuts of the movie in there that make no sense. Obviously, if you haven't seen the fucking movie, because it's
Yeah.
just dot lines. Where they're like,
Well, then you
"I love you, honey
motherfuckers
puggy."
move.
No,
I'm gonna actually kill every last
motherfucking one of you.
Yeah,
Yeah. And we're all like me and my like junior high friends are like, the music's good. I don't know what the fuck they're screaming about.
I'll never forget. I was I don't know why. I don't even know how I came across this movie because I like must have seen a preview somewhere, and I just remember thinking like, oh, it's so cool. John Travolta's in a movie and he has a ponytail, and I had a ponytail left over from Steven Seagal, so I was like, I'm gonna like John Travolta now. Mom, Dad, you have to take me to see this movie. And Mom was like, okay, what's it about? I'm like, I think it's about cool hitman. That's it. And my parents were watching this movie with me.
Why
and
did we bring our child to this movie?
It was a
Saw
good
DC.
about 30 minutes in. I remember having the distinction of like, if I can get to the end of this movie, that'll be amazing without my parents taking me out of this.
Did they let you stay?
Yeah.
Nice.
They were like, we've already seen some crazy shit, so what's the worst that can
What's
happen
gonna
now? And then we got to
happen
the
now?
Gibbs scene, and I think my mom was like, wow, that was a gamble that did not pay off.
How much worse can it get?
Oh my God.
Fuck.
My God, that was
God,
horrible.
I don't.
Was that
Pulp Fiction is
94?
what a great fucking movie, number one. And I don't know if I've seen it as an adult.
You should go back and watch it because I think
what a great. I mean, I remember it pretty well. It was one of those formative movies where I think we watched it a bunch, but like so much stuff you don't get, right? Where like Travolta turns around and shoots the guy by accident in the car. Like, not that you don't
Just
get
shot
that. But I
Marvin
mean,
in the
like,
head.
Yeah. It was fucking great. Samuel L. Jackson.
I saw it for the first time like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think I bought you a copy of it on DVD at Best Buy for $2
with Finnegan. Yeah,
Put it on. I'm just saying, put it on there. Tarantino in review. That's a possibility.
Oh, I would love to do that.
I would love that.
Pulp Fiction's one of those movies that you go back and you watch and you don't realize that it really was kind of like one of his earlier films. The way it's shot is very straightforward and simplistic. The storytelling mechanism of telling the stories and sort
jumping
of like
around,
jumping around like a kind of episodic almost. I forget the name for it. Is really, really cool. But the movie itself is a pretty straightforward movie, like shot wise.
It's a chopper, baby.
And there's some scenes where you're like, wow, that's kind of like not that great looking. And some of the acting's not that great either. But man, it really does. They got me from the very, very first beat where it's just the movie just starts and it's that song, that surfer song, and gigantic, as big as it possibly can be. Block text, Pulp Fiction starts scrolling from the bottom of the screen up, and I'm like, as a child, I distinctly remember thinking, I am 100% in on this movie. This is the coolest fucking way ever to start a movie. And then, boom, I get what I want. Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta talking shit back and forth. A Royale with cheese. I shot Marvin in the face.
Harvey Keitel shows up, the wolf or whatever.
Actually, when I think back, I think I was really into Bruce Willis as well.
Oh, wow.
And so it's so interesting to see a movie where he wasn't necessarily the main character.
Yeah.
And then when you see him, you're like, oh, I really like. That's why it's such a great film, because you really get into John Travolta, and you're like, I want John Travolta to kick his fucking ass right now. And then they go to his story, you're like, I want him to fucking get. And then he kills John Travolta. You're like, oh no, I liked him. Like, what a way to go out.
And then you see him again, and you're like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
This is fucking cool. This is a cool way to do it, man.
Yeah.
And like they have a happy ending, even though that he dies, which is just very well done. One of my faves.
Where do you come down to Reservoir Dogs?
I liked Reservoir Dogs, but I think I had seen Pulp Fiction first.
Me too.
I think
100%.
that was the first. And so when I went back and watched Reservoir Dogs, I almost, it's kind of sad to say, but I was like, this is kind of a ripoff of his own movie, the way he's telling the story. And then it was obviously way more rough around the edges. And then there was the scene with the ear that totally traumatized me when I was a kid.
I don't like kings and Michael Madsen just fucking dancing with that switchblade. Yeah, it's so great.
Brutal.
So fucking great. God, Quentin Tarantino, you know what? Nobody talks about it. I'll say something nobody says. Great director.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Great movie, man.
Hard
you know
Truth.
what I mean?
Really
Hard Truth for Hank Miller.
Has flown under the radar for the last 30 years.
let it
Has
there been word on his next one?
Yeah, it's Once Upon a Time.
Oh, right. The fucking Manson thing.
Looks
God, that's gonna be
great.
good.
Brad Pitt and what's his name? Leo.
I loved Hateful Eight. And I know that is a bold claim. It's a hard truth
I
right
loved
there.
it too.
Thanks, Kevin.
Seen it many
A lot of
times.
people like Hateful Eight. It's not a bold claim. A lot of people like that movie.
You didn't
Great
think.
on my TV though.
It's not my favorite. It's long.
Yeah.
It's obnoxiously long, and I think that's kind of the point. And I don't like it that much, but I enjoyed it on the screening. I liked the 70mm print that I saw. I liked that it came with a pamphlet.
You went to like the prestige format thing, right? I watched it
at
home on Amazon. Like I never made it out to the theaters with you.
They legitimately did a break in the middle. What do they call it? Intermission.
Yeah.
I
And I was
did
like,
that too.
thank God
we
I
did
had
it
to go
together,
pee.
right, Kev?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I really, really liked that movie. I just did not like the editing at all. I forgot exactly what it was,
mistake.
but the Channing Tatum.
It was between the chapters between the intermission and like before and after should have been flipped.
They should have flipped him.
It was just what a disappointment for them to like reveal it and then give you the backstory, or no, they went the opposite. They gave you the backstory of the people hiding in the house, and then had them shoot or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like if it would have flipped, it would make so much more sense.
Did you know that Channing Tatum and his wife broke up?
No. Jenna, what's her name?
I was in London at a coffee shop, and they had women's health there. And it was, I assume the London ones, and it was the naked issue. And there's this beautiful naked woman on there. And I looked at her and I was like, it had her name. What is Jenna? Is that it?
Jenna something, yeah.
And it was, she had her maiden name there. And I looked at her, I'm like, oh man, that looks like Channing Tatum's wife. I know her from, she's Lucy Lane in Supergirl. But I'm like, I know that's not her name. I remember watching it and having it pop up and be whatever her first name is that I'm forgetting, Tatum. And then I was like, really? Are they related? Oh, they're married. Neat, cool. And then I saw this and I was like, man. And then I sat there long enough and I was like, I can't be wrong. This woman has to be Lucy Lane. Like, and so I went through and page 3 and yeah, it's like the first thing is like talking about her breakup. What's her name?
Jenna Dewin?
Yeah. Jenna is what, but I was like, there it is. And I was like, oh, you know what? Heartbreak.
They were together for a long time.
Because she's great on Supergirl. She's a great actress.
That's unfortunate. I think they met when he did his first movie, which was
Step Up. Right.
Which I was like, this guy can't act his way out of a fucking paper bag.
Here he is.
And I swear to God, this is why I know that anything can happen in life. I watched that movie. I was like, this is a bad movie. And then he started dancing, and I was like, he can fucking move though,
dude. Shout out.
And then I heard him talk, and I heard that interview, and he's just such a lovely guy that I'm like, I'm gonna, you know what?
You're
I decided to be a fan of his.
You made him a
I
thing.
just decided to be a fan.
You fucking turned it around.
Step Up to the Streets.
Oh my god,
It's a great title. You can't hate it. You can't hate it on the title for sure.
good.
For
That's
sure, it's definitely a thing.
No, yeah. What the fuck's he working on?
I know.
now?
That's another question, right?
Gambit.
No,
No
Christ.
way.
I was so excited when he did G.I. Joe, and then it just didn't work out. And then
At all.
Yeah, that was so sad. I was like, yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, gee.
The other thing we haven't talked, or I haven't talked about because I've been here. What did we love Captain Marvel? I loved Captain Marvel trailer.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I
I'm
didn't.
super
Kevin and
into
I
it.
did not like the trailer.
Yeah, I
Really?
did not like the trailer at all.
You
What
liked
did you like
it,
about it?
I liked it. I mean, it's a Marvel movie teaser trailer for a character we don't know. So it's like,
See, what I thought was interesting about it was, and granted, more times passed. Maybe that's the thing, but it's like I'm so much more into this at a glance than I was Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I think it might have just been because Ant-Man and the Wasp was, I knew what I was getting. More Ant-Man. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then it was like the hangover of Infinity War still, where I wanted that story. Whereas I know this kind of ties into Infinity War at least a bit.
I think the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer was markedly better than this. Because it's like, it was, yeah, you're getting more Ant-Man and the Wasp, but like that It Takes Two remix was fucking dope. And like, it just felt like there was a vibe to it. Whereas this was just like, the music was actually just generic trailer music that's been used in other trailers before. So it's like, all right.
I think Kev brought up a very poignant point when we watched it on the morning show, where he was like, if this wasn't built into the larger universe, this would not be something that we would necessarily give 10 shits about.
Really?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
is.
And again, let me back up before people go, oh, you're jumping on the hate train. As a trailer, this did not get me hyped. But then seeing it and seeing the different moments in it and seeing like the look with the thing and like seeing Samuel L. Jackson with both eyes, I'm like, in context of the larger universe, I'm hyped.
Totally.
But if this had been the first Marvel movie ever they did, I'm like,
sure.
this is weird as fuck.
But I think that's like, we can say that about any of the standalone hero movies, the Doctor Strange, Ant-Man,
100%.
with this, where it's like when you see the first trailers, they all just look like whatever. These don't look interesting at all. Like maybe there's one or two things about it. It's like,
Guardians
that's
trailer?
cool. Guardians is different. Guardians immediately, the trailer told the tone, like built something. Guardians
had
sold
humor.
itself based on the
It had
trailer.
to.
Yeah.
Because even at that time, if you remember, it was like, Guardians, like, who the fuck cares
fucking
about
talking
this?
raccoon.
They
Go
better
to
come
hell.
out hard. And now they don't.
You
That's
telling
the
me
thing.
some raccoons are in this movie?
A gaze of raccoons. That's the thing, right? Like Guardians had an uphill battle. This does not. Everyone's looking forward to this movie.
Yeah.
Like you want to see her. You want to see the
Totally.
most powerful character in the Marvel universe come to screen. And also, shout out to Blockbuster. They got me right off the bat.
That's right, that was cool,
90s
right?
Blockbuster
Yeah.
was the most happiest times in my life spent just going from A to Z and then back to A at a Blockbuster. And then being like, I'm not going to get the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup because it's overpriced here, and then getting it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super sold on the movie. I think the trailer did do a good job of letting me know what this movie is going to be, with showing a lot of the flashback scenes. And like, I think it's going to be cool. And I'm hoping that it's not a origin movie in the same way that we've seen over and over and over with the Marvel movies. I think that it's going to be kind of more like jumping around different time periods.
Well, they
And
show
that's cool.
her in the trailer, right, as a young girl, as a pilot, and then as the hero that she is now. And like,
Those,
she was.
those
okay?
kind of look like flashbacks, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But I mean, we're gonna get some of not Carol Danvers. Carol
That's
Danvers,
right,
yeah,
Carol
like
Danvers,
more
yeah.
like
But
origin story for sure.
we see her in the green suit. We see her in the red suit. It's like, I don't think this is going to be a straightforward, like,
You think it's
origin
yeah.
story of like, she was on Earth. And
Here's
then
how
this
she got her
happened,
powers,
and then,
and this,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I think it's going to
You
kind
think
of
those
like,
be flashbacks?
flashback
Yeah.
or just jump around a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we definitely need the Kree shit. We need her introduction of who she is as a person, and then her, because I think what they're going to go with is that she doesn't remember her past, and it's her trying to figure out and remember her past.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's how they're going to tell
That
the
makes
origin
sense.
story, which is cool because we haven't seen that yet in MCU. I really enjoyed the poster though, having the cat.
Yeah.
On the side,
The
of
little
it.
Easter egg of the cat.
And that's cool because it's like that's on the fucking poster, and it's like
Yeah.
the poster's very kind of like symmetrical and shit. So I'm like, I feel like we were kind of promised a bit more of that tone, and the trailer doesn't show that at all. So I'm hoping the next time we see a trailer, we actually get to hear her talk. We actually get to see some of her. This was definitely the like Samuel L. Jackson's talking. This is more about, oh fuck, Nick Fury's back than it was about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And this is more about like, hey, look, this hero's been around for a while. It matters for the Avengers. Whereas I think the next one we're gonna get is gonna be like, here's who Carol Danvers is gonna be Captain Marvel. She's fun and goofy.
That makes complete sense, and that's definitely by design, right? Is there like, we know this is potentially has
Who is
has
this person? You don't know.
This
Here's
could be a
familiar things.
potential generic ass hero. We know it might be a generic ass hero. Let's make sure we use the Samuel L. Jackson as the sort of through line to get you hyped for this. Let's bring all these elements that everyone knows in. We'll get you hyped. And that's what Marvel's so good at, is like they have such a solid foundation that they can just cherry pick. Right, we know we've got Samuel L. Jackson as a secret weapon. Put him out there first. Oh, cool, he's in it. Great. Oh, I'll give her a chance. I'll give this a chance now.
Totally.
You know, that's fun.
I think it's gonna be great. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I hope so. Again, they could literally just have 2 scenes in a blockbuster video, and it already is an 80%.
You're done.
For me.
You're in. Yeah,
Done.
you love it.
Oh God, I miss it. I miss it.
Do you really?
I really do. I really do.
Fun.
I miss
It's so much easier now. I love it.
I feel like everyone doesn't realize what they're trying to do every night when they log on to Netflix, right? And how many times do you see, and this is not a joke, myself included, how many times have you bladed through all of the movies on Netflix and then you're like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna watch anything.
Yeah.
Right? That I really honestly believe is trying to fill some sort of gap left in all of our communal lives of like, we don't have a place to go to anymore where there are other people like experiencing these movies. And the Blockbusters and the video stores were those.
I wasn't
loved those.
experiencing movies with people at Blockbuster. I had my group of friends, but I have that on the couch now.
Well, I had the guy that used to work at the Video Wiz at the Canyon Crest Center in Riverside, California.
Of course, as you do.
Who used to always offer me candy to get into his van. That was a great experience.
I'm with Nick on
Too
this,
far?
but it was Kevin instead of the guy.
Too far? Whenever you go silent, it's like, that's you looking at the time code being like, should we cut this part out?
To cut it out. Make a note.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I remember going to, with my friends to Blockbuster and debating or doing this or talking about whatever dumb 80s horror movie we were about to get and, being stoked or this was good. Or I watched that with my uncle and you know what I mean? That kind of shit. But like, I don't miss that. I love how it is now. I like everything on demand. I like it all being
I love how it is now, but I definitely miss it. Like that definitely is
Oh,
like.
God. I would smoke a cigarette beforehand, go in there. It would take
How old are
hours to
you?
find me. I mean, I've been going to video stores since I was like, since the advent of video stores, really, because VHS really started taking hold in the early to mid 80s, right?
I just meant you're like, I'd smoke a cigarette beforehand after. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
1988, you're in there.
But honestly, that's what I used to do. I didn't really have much of a life when I was like post college, like post high school, mid college. Like,
Sure,
I didn't really have. I had friends, and all we liked to do was watch movies and talk about how we were gonna make films one day. And so we would just go smoke cigarettes outside of like 7-Eleven, then go over to Blockbuster, rent some shit, and then like smoke a cigarette afterward, and then go watch the movies and drink, and just you'd stay up all night and just dream and boost each other up, and then wake up the next day and do absolutely nothing to accomplish your dreams.
Sure, of course.
That's what we do. Yeah.
We grew up literally 2 blocks from a 7-Eleven and a Blockbuster, and it was like
You guys lived the
minus
life.
the cigarettes.
You guys lived the dream.
We would just go, but like Blockbuster was so like whether we were renting a movie or just like looking at random shit or just looking at the video games and reading the back of the box because that was fun for some reason. But that's also where I bought my video game magazines that I wasn't subscribed to. So a lot of like official PlayStation magazine was running $8.99 an issue.
Yeah.
That was fucking insane. Came with the demo disc, so I get
Insane.
it. But like, there's a lot of months I would go to Blockbuster and like just read it there. So it was kind of like my library.
Well, I mean, and that's actually very, very interesting and poignant point, right? Is that these were like, we don't have one place where you can really go to. I guess Amazon you can get any movie on, but like
Best Buy is the most modern thing, and me and Kevin still do go and like walk through the Blu-ray aisles and just
so
like look
much.
at stuff in the different steel books and shit. It's like it's a similar vibe to it, where it's just kind of like being surrounded. You can physically hold the things that you like.
But that, and also like back in the day, like the bigger Blockbusters would have the classic sections. They'd have these things. You'd be able to sort of experience the various decades and like genres of film by just walking around one space, which was really, really cool. And I just feel like I feel so much more disconnected from the things that are out now because I don't like it's spread across 3 streaming platforms. HBO has this movie, that one. I'm like, it's too much work to go fishing for these things, even though it's not, even though it's really
totally
just
disagree.
on your
It was
couch.
harder to find it at Blockbuster than it is.
Oh no!
Well, the
You can
thing
find it at
was-
Blockbuster, but it wouldn't be there. You'd be like, motherfucker! Like how many times did you pick it up and like, there's no copies of Wild Wild West, no copies of Wild Wild West.
I guess
You
I'm
knew
watching
it's popular,
Godzilla
it's
again.
brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing about it there is like it helped curate it as well.
Yeah,
right?
that's-
in a way that like it was that you all were looking at the same 300 movies, I'll say, or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I mean?
was a
Whereas
shared experience.
Now it is that thing of like we all find shows and movies we watch on Amazon or on Netflix or Hulu or whatever that we've never. I'll come in. Hey, has anybody seen this thing? No. You'll come in.
Is that
Something?
true
No.
though? I feel like that's such a rarity. I feel like every time there's a new show that we start watching, it's because Netflix, it's the thing that's on the front of Netflix. So everyone's like American Vandal happened because Netflix pushed it to you, which then pushed it to us.
Ozark season 2.
Ozark. Everybody
happening.
watched like that shit. Everybody watched
Dude,
like
Ozark's fucking
Succession now. Everyone's
Yeah,
fucking talking
yeah,
about. It's like
okay.
these things are really just put in front of you.
It's true. I do. You know, there was articles that floated around maybe like as early as last year, or as late as last year, rather, that was like talking about there's still a couple standalone blockbusters left. And I remember there was one article.
In Alaska, right?
Yeah, there was one. I think it was like 6 years ago. There was one somewhere in the Midwest, and the article's headline was "The Last Blockbuster," and I was like, somebody's got to make a movie out of that. Yeah. Somebody's got to make a movie out of like the very last blockbuster in the chain of blockbusters. This is not how it went, by the way. The blockbusters all kind of like stood around for a long time, but became family businesses and then went out of the way. But I would love to see someone broach that, like it's the death of this thing, this monumental thing that was so popular in everyone's lives that it's just gone. It's death, you know, like radio or magazines, or I guess magazines or stuff. But like, you know, it's just.
Was the Blockbuster on the block of the old studio when you first moved in?
Oh no, that was always Goodwill. That was always Goodwill as long as I.
That would have been amazing though if that was a Blockbuster.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that was one of the holdouts.
Was it?
That one was there for quite a while.
There was one in
most
Tender Knob as well for a long time. There was a Blockbuster, or maybe it was a Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video. Fuck, I forgot.
There was
about
a Hollywood
that.
Video in the Laurel
California.
Village. Yeah,
yeah. That's wild. Yeah. I just have such a nostalgia for that time.
It's definitely something I'd love to time travel and experience it once more, because it's just you don't know you don't know what you got till it's gone kind of thing. Yeah. But it's like, I remember those moments. I remember, you know, the Blockbuster out on Roosevelt Road in Glen Ellen. Like, I forget what me and my friends, you know, were into Terminator and all those fucking Rambo and all that shit. And I forget what movie we wanted to rent, and the guy wouldn't rent it to us because it was rated R. So using the Blockbuster phone to call my mom at work so she could say to this guy, yeah, he's allowed to rent it. You know what I mean? And like, so you could have called any fucking adult. Yeah. Like, you know, it could have been anybody, but like this guy's like, all right, good enough, because he's fucking 17. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I remember my buddy worked at a Blockbuster. It was not in a great area, but I just remember going in to visit him, and it was like, I guess it was still pretty popular then, but oh no, I'm sorry, I apologize. This is the Blockbuster. Was there a Blockbuster on Fillmore?
Yes,
remember that? That was the one. I used to walk into that to rent stuff when I first started dating.
That was a scary area.
It was scary as fuck.
During that time,
I remember walking in and going like, it was the first time it dawned on me that something was changing, because I looked around and I was like, why do they need 8 checkout areas? There was like so many cash registers, and there was one dude working there, and I'm like, oh no, this is not a good sign. But it was like, I was like a day of sadness from like, oh, it's not going to be here forever.
I wonder when's the last time I went into a video rental place? You know what I mean? Like, that'd be an interesting.
Like Austin. I mean, they have the hipster rental places. Where
No. Not what's the last standing? When's the last time Greg Miller went into a video rental place and actually rented a video? Because I remember over in the Sunset, right, Clayman and Brudvig used to talk about 9th Avenue Video there forever or whatever, and they held out for a while. Even when the bookstore moved in, they kept the upstairs as 9th Avenue Video or whatever it was, and then they stopped doing that eventually too. Yeah, where all that shit fell away. But I'm trying to think, like, because in high school it's such a big deal. Green
Apple Video.
Well, it wasn't originally, right? I thought it was 9th Avenue, and then Green Apple Books moved in there.
Maybe, yeah. Because there was on 6th and Clement, there was a Green Apple, and next door was Green Apple Video. Okay. So maybe it was like they were friends or something. I don't know.
But yeah, high school obviously is a huge deal. In college, I don't remember renting movies ever, really.
You might have been.
I rented a movie like, I want to say it was 3 years ago. I went with Paula to go visit her grandparents, and we were like in this nice little hotel, but it had a DVD player and no internet connection. I didn't bring my laptop, so we had nothing to watch. And we had driven by a little video store that was there, and it was like, all right, let's go.
That's cool.
Signed up for a membership and
That's
all this
real cool.
shit. Yeah. And
Dude.
I can't remember, we rented like 3 movies, and it was great. I love walking around, like irritating the shit out of Paula, taking way too long to pick a movie.
Yeah.
It's just a magical feeling.
I went, I think the first holiday I spent with my wife's family, this was prior to us being married, I was like, I'm going to go rent us some movies. I think it was like Thanksgiving or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it's a great idea. And for whatever reason, I thought it'd be hilarious to rent Land of the Lost, starring Will Ferrell and Danny McBride.
Wow.
And I thought it was the funniest fucking movie I've ever seen, and no one else did. And I'm like, well, I'm invested in this.
Set the tone for your marriage.
It's really fucking hilarious.
Living with those people.
I have what is probably the greatest Blockbuster story of all time. Okay. And it's a cool Greg story. Cool Greg, I'm gonna need your help for this one. Me and my brother went to Blockbuster one time. My brother had his mindset on one specific movie. It was the dancing movie, not Step Up. It was before Step Up.
Darren's Dance Group?
No, it was after Darren's Dance Groups. I think Omarion. No, it was after Honey. It was a group dance movie. For the sake of this conversation, and we can work backwards, let's just say it was Step Up to the Streets. Okay, but it wasn't.
Honey, great film.
He was about
Jessica Alba.
Great film. Yeah, it was something special. He was about to go rent it, and Robin Williams was behind him, and they start having a conversation, and Robin Williams gets really mad at my brother. He's like, "Hey, I'm not in that movie. Go get a movie I'm in," and starts giving him hella shit. And obviously, he's fucking around.
Of course, kidding. It's Robin Williams.
But it's my brother.
Did you not know who he was?
He very much knew who he was. But
this is Dotfire. Please stop being me.
He handled it the way Cool Greg would handle it. Very uncomfortable. And just be like, "I'm so sorry, man." Like, yeah, and like he didn't rent the movie.
I'm willing to bet that he never rented that movie.
And that's the thing. He's just scared.
Never seen it.
Like he's blocked that movie out of his fucking mind.
Did Robin Williams never let you off the hook?
Nah, I think we were good later because I ran into him again. I remember I got his autograph on the back of her right.
Later, yeah.
How many times has your brother hung out with Robin Williams?
Well, no, Robin Williams lived very, very close to us. Like for Halloween, we'd go to his house. Like that was the thing in our
awesome.
neighborhood. And his kid was around my age, like
Zelda,
the boy. No, the boy. And so when Pokemon was big, when I was like 8, we would always see him at Cards and Comics Central, and it was just kind of like
that's cool.
That was the thing. So like, yeah, we grew up running into him all the time. Like he went to Gordo's constantly. Really? See him there. Yeah,
that's so
this
cool.
Blockbuster thing. I'll never forget my brother telling me he was so hurt. I'm like,
so did you get out of line and go get a different movie, and then like Robin Williams is gone?
No, he was embarrassed to even rent a movie at that point.
Fucking Robin Williams.
I mean, I would lose my shit. I would lose my shit if Robin Williams was standing behind me at a Blockbuster video line. I would probably be very starstruck by him. It would also be crazy. But like, you're back from the dead.
You got served.
Oh, you're back from the dead, and we're in a Blockbuster. What? What's happening? I don't know. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early. Watch it live as we record it. Right now, we're going to roll into the post show. You can catch there as a video. If you don't want to give us any bucks and don't want to support us, I understand. Money's tight. Go to youtube.com/kindafunny or podcast services around the globe the following Friday. That's right, 1 week after it posts on Patreon, and you can watch or listen to your heart's content. Until next time, no, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
That's what I like about
post show
last weekend video down at the Alamo. You know they have a video.
Oh
store
yeah,
there, right?
yeah. When you walk in, you can't
Love
miss
that.
it. It's not the same though.
No, it's not the same, but it does. It smells the same. Where it's like, man, these videos have been touched a lot. They smell like dirt, and I love that smell. I love it. I miss it.
Yeah, well, I miss that smell of like the, like the carpet and just in general the food and the packages and all that shit.
Yeah, like the kids that work there were supposed to clean every day, but they just didn't. I miss that.
So the movie was You Got Served. Have either of you seen this?
I vaguely remember it, yeah.
You Got Served was parodied in the 8th season episode of the animated series South Park entitled You Got Fucked in the Ass.
Great.
South Park.
Remember the idea here.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember the idea here was we're going to maybe watch some Salvia reaction videos. I
Kevin
would like to
Quello
see.
Down.
YouTube. We're going to be fine with this.
You think they're going to monetize claim and copyright strike?
He's got millions of views, bro.
We ain't going to get monetized. Or we're going to get monetized. We're not going to get claimed.
Toby says Cool Greg got served.
Did you got served?
That's such a cool story, by the way, Cool Greg.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think, I never, because he still lived up here when I moved up here. I never saw Robin Williams. Oh God, is this it?
He stopped living up here.
It's not that one.
Yeah, he moved to like Marin, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched the documentary?
YouTube.
I have.
It's real good.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, really sad, but real good.
Although a lot of people, and I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but a lot of people criticize Robin, like in the comedy community, for stealing a lot of jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had writers. Eventually, he evolved to the point where he was like, I'm just going to hire people to write jokes for me for my bigger specials.
Yeah.
But I guess when he started, there was people that claimed that he would steal bits from SF Comics and like bring them to LA and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Driving
That's
on
all
Salvia. That's what it is.
It's the
Extended version.
I think I've seen this.
Hold on.
God, the old annotation shit. You got to close on here.
Damn, those are hideous as fuck.
This video's from 9 years ago.
Why does it look like it's from 1992?
Why does it say director's cut?
Because this is the extended version, it said.
All right.
What do you think this motherfucker's doing right now?
Rolling in
More
YouTube.
Salvia?
Now, today we're going to take the car out onto the streets and we're going to do some K-turns, and then we're going to do some U-turns, and then we're going to go ahead and parallel park in a spot smaller than we have before. To start it all off, however, we
Kevin,
need
your
to take
brother
a
should
bit of
watch
our
this before the
salvia.
DMV next time.
God, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, don't do drugs and drive, guys.
Don't do drugs, period.
I don't think he drives.
Once you have that done, you're going to hold it in for about 20 seconds. Or until your vision begins to vibrate.
No salve.
At that point, you can start your car and you'll be good to go. In the meanwhile, check your mirrors. Make sure that they're pointing in the right direction. I'll be back in a moment.
I'll be back in a moment.
Is it that instantaneous? Oh,
Yeah,
hi.
I believe so.
Waited a long time on that one.
Can you turn it up? I can't hear you.
He waited a long time on that one to blow it out.
His eyes are going to vibrate, he said.
They vibrated in his
monitor.
head.
Normally I'm supposed to hold your salvia so long.
No, that's
This guy's awesome.
Otherwise it makes you trip into space.
Normally you're not supposed to hold your salvia that long, otherwise it
Excuse
makes
me.
you trip into space. Excuse
I
me.
have to go to space now.
He's in space.
It just dawned on me someone's next to him filming.
Yeah.
I thought it was like on a, you know, like a tripod
someone's
or
watching
something.
this.
No, yeah. If your friend's like, hey, I'm gonna go record a video where I get on a drug and then drive,
You probably should go with
You
him.
should
Well,
definitely,
you
like,
can
I'm gonna-
see he put duct tape on the
yeah.
The key thing.
key ignition. This is the best.
You guys, if you're listening to this, you gotta watch this.
No, they're not
This is
listening. They're
fucking
not.
great.
They can only. This is why the post show.
Oh,
and
it's
pre-show are
post show.
videos.
Sorry. Thank you.
Did he ever blow it out? Blow it out.
I think he blew it out by now.
I'm scared.
Blew what out?
The salvia, the weed.
No, it burns.
Yeah, he blew that out a long time ago.
You don't blow it out, it just burns.
What, Kevin?
What the fuck? Are you
He
talking
inhaled. Did he exhale?
It
You
was
said,
it was in a thing.
and you said don't hold it in that long. People don't hold it
he
in.
blew out a while ago. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. And right when he was like, you usually don't exhale that loud. I thought you meant blow out the fucking. We're gonna get in
This is
trouble
great.
for posting this.
No.
We're giving him.
Mookie.
We're giving this guy
No,
fucking
Mookie.
promotion.
They can have
We're
the
just watching
$10
the
this
video.
video will earn of YouTube
Oh, you
YouTube ad
wish.
read.
You wish it's gonna be pennies.
You think we're gonna get 10 cents?
I've definitely never seen the 6-star cut.
It's not great.
Damn. All right.
Hey, man,
The
that was
cat
great.
what was
The
worth
cat
it.
was great. Yeah.
Oh man,
Man, let's tell
God
you what
bless
drugs.
this show.
Drugs, you know.
Drugs are
Weird.
weird.
Hell of a drug.
Don't.
Have
do
you guys
the
thought
drugs.
about doing more drugs?
Let's go to class.
Have you thought about it?
I have thought about it.
No.
Not
I've
gonna.
everywhere I go in the city, there's these weed places now.
Oh, the medicinal.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Or
there's
not
a-
even medicinal anymore. Just
No, just
you
weed
get some
dispensaries
weed.
now. Like I didn't realize there was a place that opened up in the Mission that I've like parked next to. I thought it was a coffee shop. Then I looked and I was like, why does that coffee shop always have a security guard outside of it? And then I looked closer and I was like, oh, it's all like hemp and weed products in there. Fascinating, but it looks lovely. Like people were eating
sure.
ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
There was like a nice. I was like, I want to go in there, but I'm automatically. You weren't here for my topic. I went to my first dispensary.
No, I didn't know this.
I did a show there. I did an open mic at a dispensary,
Oh.
and it was not a great show, but it was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
And I shared that on the morning show. But it was very weird because there's so many layers of security you have to go through.
Sure.
Which I'll never get used to until it's like just walk. It's like a coffee shop. You just walk in. Like I don't think it's ever going to be easy for me to wrap my head around that.
Gotcha.
Because like when you buy alcohol, like what do you expect? You go to Safeway, you go to freaking liquor store,
Yeah,
just
no
walk
problem.
in, buy. A guy's like barely IDs you, you walk out with it.
Yeah.
This you have to give them your ID. There's like a thumbprint scanner that they can make you do.
Nice.
And then you go wait in the lounge and they have to like tell you what the rules are of the place. No,
Okay.
no pictures, no
It's like a
this,
sex
stand in
club.
line. Yeah, it's exactly like a sex club. It was weird.
Huh.
Very weird. I don't know that I'd want to jump through that many hoops to do my drug. I'll just get goldfish crackers and drink
Exactly.
Diet Coke and watch
There you go.
Bake Off.
You're in a party. It's party time.
It was party time. It was a good party.
Jorge says it's like those still high after the dentist videos. Those will never get old.
Oh God. Those are the ones where the
recently we watched, or like 3 months ago.
That poor. Why would you do that to your kid? Don't film your
funny.
fucking kid when he's whacked out on laughing gas.
My new favorite ones are the ones where they convince the kid that they're invisible. Have you seen these?
Yes.
Do you not see these?
No.
Dude, it's brilliant. And like, you should go look for them anyways. But it's like a movement of like, basically the big brother, whoever you want it to be, right? One of the adults is like, hey, I learned a new magic trick. I can turn people invisible. And you get like the 5-year-old kid to sit there or whatever. And they put a blanket over him. And everyone else in the room is in on it. It's like 3, 2, 1. And you pull the blanket off, and everyone in the room flips the fuck out because the kid's invisible. And the kid's sitting there laughing, you know, and then you always have one person go over and do like the photo of this, and somebody takes their phone and does this, and then it's a photo they took like, you know, 10 minutes before or whatever, and turn it around, and it's whatever the person posing with the invisible chair, and every kid loses their goddamn mind as you see the switch go from, oh, this is a fun, all right, yeah, I'm invisible, till they see the proof themselves of like, what? And then they run up and they'll like push people and they're like, I felt him! And they're like, it's like this thing.
Oh my God.
There's kids, they all break down in tears. Like, it is like, I can only imagine the most traumatic fucking thing to do to these kids, but it's
Just
hilarious for us to watch.
Just a mean fucking thing to do to a child. But you know what? That's great.
Yeah, Kev, can you find one of those? Or do you want me to?
No, I'm looking for it.
Thank you. Yeah, because there's one fucking great one I saw on Twitter, I guess. Invisible kid prank.
Any of this looking good?
Yeah, right. A best invisible challenge ever. Sibling prank. Raw humor. Yeah. This one, I guess we won't get claimed on, but
we'll see.
Maybe we will. We might lose.
I mean, if that's the case, can we go back and watch Staying Alive?
Can you show it to the kids?
I like how the kid's walking around like he's blind.
Bardon, if you're here, take a picture with me. I feel him. I literally have my hand.
David, do you hear me?
I have my hand on him.
David, do you hear me?
Oh, I know this guy.
This poor kid is never going to live this down.
You know him?
David Dobrev.
He's a YouTuber.
I'm fired at it. You got it. Let me see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's smart. He even had the glass in his hand. That was genius.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God. The papers are moving.
You fucking stupid kid. You stupid kid. Oh, this poor kid. He's crossing himself. Oh.
Was that cool?
No.
Can I tell you something? We saw you the entire time. I'm so sorry.
We also have pictures of your fat. Oh, poor kid. Jesus, poor kid.
Why?
Go ahead and click off it, Kev. Yeah, that must be
embarrassing for the kid.
That must be like the first one or whatever. If like you know him, if he's a YouTuber. But I've seen like 2 or 3 other ones where it's the exact same thing, but it's like clearly like
Yeah,
there's.
click on.
Well, I saw him do it to like an
The
adult.
second one looks good.
Like someone did it to an actual dude, and
really?
they got him. Yeah.
Was it like abracadabra or something over?
No, you gotta rock our head and say abracadabra.
Abracadabra, make Chloe disappear.
No, yeah.
3, 1, and 2, and 3.
Where's she going? I'm right here.
Oh my God. Holy cow. Chloe.
So sad. That's so fucking funny and sad.
So sad. Like, this isn't fun.
Look at that
little kid selling it.
Yeah, selling it well. Selling it
Oh
well.
my God. Hey, remember the time we all thought it'd be funny to traumatize you and then laugh at you afterward? That's good parenting.
See, here it is. Take the picture. Picture's what sells it, man. The picture's so perfect.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Just take it.
Oh, they're so mean.
Not as mean as filming anything in this aspect ratio.
Hey, man, this is how it is now. Instagram Live.
She got in the picture, y'all.
They're going so far.
Let's do one of these videos, but at the end, let's kill one of the kids. You know what I mean? Let's just let it end with a mass murder of small children.
Never fix it.
Never.
Make the kid think they're invisible forever.
That's you would totally fucking do that, you psychopath.
I want to do this to Gia so bad.
You should do it. She's not gonna know.
She's an adult.
I don't know.
Maybe if she's
You
very
think you could get
drunk.
her?
No, it wouldn't be me. We would have to get we'd have to be like, oh, we have a friend of the show. He's a magician.
Yeah.
We could do it.
She's not dumb.
Dude.
No,
She
you
would
wouldn't
look at
get
people
it.
looking at her.
She would look at people.
But Gia also
because
is
she's
the height
making
of a
noise.
child. So
I don't know. I'm
that.
pretty sure we can get her.
Jenna-
If we had the picture correctly, we'd get her.
Jen and I were talking about how I'll end up fucking with all our kids and doing all these stupid things
my
or whatever.
God.
And what I was talking about is like literally, it's gonna. My kids are gonna be so immune to it. They're gonna be at school and like the fire alarm's gonna go off, and they're gonna be like, "Not buying it, not buying it, Dad." Like the smoke's coming in.
there are flames on the wall, but like,
Everybody sit down. This is my dad fucking with
my
me. He's
dad's
got a
just fucking
YouTube
with me.
channel.
And then 5 minutes later, you bust in with a Ghostbusters pack. He's like, told you.
Got him.
Greg, if you ever want help with that.
Thank
your
you.
kid's either going to be a psychopath or the toughest mental person on the planet.
It's true. It's true.
God bless. This is a good show.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support on patreon.com/kindafunny, making this post show possible. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we do a lot of shows here. You know that. You're the hardcore. I don't need to tell you. What?
Mr. Yazman brings this to my attention. Microsoft announces the X018 fan event. During today's Inside Xbox livestream, Phil Spencer announced X018, an event aimed towards Xbox fans around the world. In Mexico City.
Oh.
The event will be live streamed as an Inside Xbox episode, so fans can see all the stuff. It'll be the largest episode so far. We're probably clocking in at 2 hours long. There'll
When
be
is it?
announcements from both first and third party developers. I don't think we have that yet. November 10th, Saturday, November 10th.
Okay. Well then, PSX, the ball's in your court.
The ball is in your court. PlayStation.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you. You want some pointing, Kev?
Yep.
You want to sit here? Or you want to go?
I'm
What's
looking at
there,
Autumn's
Dad?
pug.
No, there's no ad. It said we're open.
We're still
I'm gonna beat.
going live. I'm just gonna let you.
No,
do
yeah,
something
totally.
while I go.
You can take the photos live.
This weekend, I was thinking it would be really fun to not give my kids any sugar,
Yeah.
like for like as long as
That's
I can,
smart. A lot of people do that.
but not like for that reason.
Sure.
Just,
you just
so
want
that someday when they're like 7 or 8, I can be like, "Hey, look, eat this."
Have you
And
ever
then
had cake
they
you might eat it?
And they're like, "Oh my god, it's so good."
All right, here we go.
With my kids a lot.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Click here to subscribe to our YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Click down here for a playlist of Game Over Greggy Show episodes. Click over here to check us out on Patreon. And then click down here to go to Kinda Funny Games. That's right. If you didn't know, there's Kinda Funny Games too. You'd be surprised how often somebody watches a lot of content on the one channel doesn't watch the other channel. It's weird, but we're bad at promotion and a million other things.